Audio. We need audio. Come on, turn on the audio. Audio. Adios. Adioses. Do you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs, which reminds me of Quentin Tarantino, which reminds me of the Pulp Fiction pinball machine. Got to play it last week when we were in Las Vegas. It's amazing. And since I'm just rambling on about pinballs, it's because we got 2 minutes before we're going to start. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till auction time, everybody. That's right. Signing on, signing in. Everybody. There's lots of people signing in, coming along. We're having a Wednesday night extravaganza. The Pinballs, Projects, and Parts, oh my, pop-up auction. Follow the yellow brick road of gold, right? The yellow brick road. Word up. So, James, so is the message board is in order, right? I didn't see where anybody was yelling about the audio in there. Oh, we are good. Okay. Well, I'm showing 529. So this is it. I am correct. This is a pretty, well, it's a unique auction opportunity here. That's right. Well, we're going to, bring it along a little bit. So is that Flash Gordon that I hear?
No, that's another game.
Oh, that's Firepower. I hear Firepower, yeah. James, I'm going to be astute, and we're going to boom, right when I see my clock turn 5:30, then I'm going to go right into start mode. What's that? What, James? To what? Really? All right, it is 5:30. Welcome everybody to Captain's Auction Warehouse. This is the Pinballs, Projects, and Parts, oh my, pop-up pinball auction happening on a Wednesday night. The Captain's been doing some Wednesday night auctions, so I want to welcome everybody who is tuning in. I'm watching everybody who's still signing up and coming aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you that are new, my name is Chris Campbell. I'm the owner of Captain's Auction Warehouse. Captain's Auction Warehouse is a licensed and bonded auction house in the state of California where we sell all types of coin-operated arcade equipment, pinball games, arcades, videos, classics, redemptions, anything you can pretty much drop a coin in. We're known for selling it. We have auctions. Our major auctions are about every 5 to 6 weeks. You can welcome on our website, and if you're tuning in on socials, you can tune in on our website, and we have catalogs of all our upcoming sales, plus our mains. And we've been throwing in some Wednesday night auctions here and there. These are pop-up auctions, maybe consigners or different accounts that are closing out that need to move their equipment fast. So we'll put together a small auction and offer it up to the highest bidders, because that's what we do at Captain's Auction Warehouse. My crew is here with me. We're going to be streaming this auction tonight live. It will be on captainsauctionwarehouse.com. This is online only, so there are nobody in attendance. We do have some bids that'll be coming in either by phone or that are proxies from some of our employees that may bid for others. They'll be coming in as well. But everything else is online, and we have people that are registered from all around the country and a couple from the other side of the world. So welcome. We're glad you're here. We're going to be selling, I believe it came out to about 47 lots, I think. We're going to be selling today. All the equipment we're selling here at Captain's is sold as is, where is, with no warranties expressed or implied. We've got some written descriptions plus the visual descriptions. We'll be playing some of the games. We'll try to give you all the information that we can. People have been coming here throughout the day today and inspecting some of the games. What we're selling here today is as-is stuff. These are pinball machines that are working games. We've got some project games. We've got pinballs without legs, some without boards. So we've got descriptions, and we'll try to go one-to-one right there. This will be a great deal if you want an opportunity to get a good working machine or maybe some projects. There's a lot of great stuff that's here today. So same rules apply as all of our auctions. It's being all sold as is with no warranties. The rules that apply is once I say sold to the highest bidder, we are turning property over to you. It will be your responsibility to pay for and pick up the items that you win here. We'll be selling all the way through, and if you end up purchasing an item here today and you wanted to pick it up today, our offices will be open until 8 p.m. tonight, or basically the close of the auction. So if you did want to come down, you could come down, pay your invoice, and pick up your game. We'll help you there. Our regular hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can come in during those hours starting tomorrow during regular business hours, and you can pay your invoices, or you can pay your invoice online and you can just come in and pick up. We've also got some pickup options and carrier options that are available on our website. Go over to the shipping and transportation tab and you can tap on that and get some information there. We will help you however we can. We offer a packing and palleting service as well. You can contact our office about that. There's information on our website with fees for palleting and packing. So all those options are available. We're here to help you in any way we can, get you the best deal that you can. So all the equipment that's being sold here today is going to be a hammer price plus 18% buyer's premium. There is a 3% discount on buyer's premium if you decide to pay in cash or cash instrument. Contact our office for more info on that. With that being said, I think we've gone through all the basics. Any other information you'd like to know, background on the company, please sign up on our website with an email address and we can keep you informed. We also have some information pages where you can scroll through and check out our background as well. We've been doing business here a long time. We enjoy doing coin op. My staff enjoys doing coin op, anything to do with it. And, you know, particularly pinball games right now are super hot. And everybody who's signed up here, it's a pretty targeted audience for pinballs tonight. So you know how hot pinball is. It's a great home piece. These are popping up in all kinds of arcades, retro barcades, you know, for a lot of these older games. So a lot of the classics, this is all kind of 70s and 80s games that are here, solid states. So there's going to be all the different stages. Like I said, we'll try to present it to you in our best descriptive way possible. For our online mediation, I've got James, who's handling all our online bids, who is right here in my ear. So we're in direct communication to field all the bids that come in. Well, like I said, once I say sold, it will turn over possession to you, the proud new owner. So we're going to give everybody the fair shot here. We do have a lot of pre-bids that came in, and as you can see on lot number 1, which is a 1981 Bally Flash Gordon pinball machine, it's got a lot of early activity on it, and I'll try to read some of the description here and we'll show it off, and we'll also be framed in on the stream. CC will be demoing a lot of the games, as well as Lance and Wyatt. Wyatt's our cameraman there, and he may jump in occasionally and give you a thumbs up. So Flash Gordon, a fairly recognizable, great pinball machine. It's the classic 1981, highly sought after pinball machine right here. Now this is a working Flash Gordon. It's lot number 1. It is in working condition. It is missing one drop target on the left bank there in the middle, so it's going to need a drop target on it. The playfield is in very, very nice condition. It is very nice condition. It does have new rubbers on it. It looked like it was going to be completely shopped out and redone. The one thing is the Squawk and Talk, it has no audio in gameplay. Now we did look at it in test. In test there was some audio, but then in gameplay there's no sound audio. So there is an issue somewhere in the Squawk and Talk or the in the soundboard itself. So with that being said, the rest of the game is in fairly nice shape. It's got original paint on the cabinet, which still has the black, red, and gold. The red's a little pink, but it still looks good. The back glass is in very nice condition. And like I said, the playfield is pretty much very, very nice. Needs to be shopped out, needs a little bit of work. And like I said, that audio sound, it does need some work. So now that you got the information, there it is. And what do you guys want to do on this one right here? I've seen the Flash Gordons. They'll sell for anywhere when they're all shopped out. I've seen top end pinball pimp. These pinballs can be valued and averaged once they're shopped out anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. I've seen it on Flash Gordon. This is a great pin right here. So if you're into doing a little bit of work on it, you're going to have yourself a great collectible piece, an investment type game. That could go in any location as well. We're at 2,700 to go. 27 here, look at 2,800. 27 here, look at 28, 28, 28 to go one time. 28 on the floor, thank you. 28 on the floor. When I call the floor, that means we're taking absentee bids. I got 28 here, look at 29. 28 here, look at 2,900 to go one time. 28 here, look at 29. Internet, you're out. 28 here, 29. 29 to go one time. 28 here, look at 29. 28 here, look at 29. You're out now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
29. 29 on the floor, look at 3,000. 3,000 I'll bid, 3,000 go one time. 29 here, look at 3. 29 here, look at 3. 3,000 I'll bid, 3,000 go one time. 29 here, look at 3. 3,000 I'll bid one more time. Anybody else have done all through? 2,900 going once. 2,900 going twice. A third and final call, done all through. 29 here, look at 3,000. 3,000, 3,000, one more time. Sold your way, $2,900. Buyer 111. 111. Congratulations to the proxy bidder. Great job, great job. All right, next up, lot number 2 right here. We got a 1981 Bally Medusa. Now the Bally Medusa right here, overall very nice condition. It needs to be shopped out and it needs a little bit of service. It's got a replacement MPU installed, so that is the it's got an Altec replacement board in it. Super nice. Maybe you can get some close-ups too on the playfield a little bit. It's got a very nice playfield. The flippers need a little adjustment in the upper. It's got the zipper flippers up top. It is really nice, and the displays inside the playfield are all there. They're working. Needs some lights. It's got all the bumper caps. Everything looks good. The original paint and artwork on it. It still has the red and the gold. So it's looking good and it's pretty bright. It does need to be shopped out and it needs a little bit of work, but CC's playing it. It's all there. All the drops are going. Everything's working. Lot number 2 right here. We're at 2,300 to go. 23 here, 2,400 to go one time. 23 here, 24. 23 here, 2,400 to go one time. 23 here, 2,400. 2,400 to go one time. 23, 24. 23 here, 24. 23 to go one time. 23 here, 2,400. 2,400 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? On a very rare Bally Medusa pinball machine right here. I believe there are less than 3,000 of these made. The back glass is very, very, very clean. Super nice. I think we also posted a picture of the back glass so you can get an idea, cracks and peel and all that. But yeah, we'll get Wyatt if we can get as close as we can on some of that stuff. It really helps everybody kind of get an idea of where they want to go with it. On the Bally Medusa, beautiful, beautiful condition. It does need to be shopped out. It's all there. We're at 23 here, 2,400 to go one time. 23 here, 24. 23 here, 2,400 to go one time. 23 here, 2,400. 2,400 to go one time on a Medusa. It's got the zipper flippers up top. Rare piece, rare bird. Here we go. 23 here, 24. 24 to go one time. 23 here, 2,400. 2,400 to go one time. Anybody else have done all through? 2,300 going once. 2,300 going twice. A third and final call down all through 23, 24, 24, 24, 2400. One more time. One more time. Sold your way, $2,300. 5092, 5092. All right, next up, line number 3, we got the Paragon wide body right here. Is working, very nice, player's condition. It's got the Weebly updated PCB, so that has like an aftermarket, newer main PCB. I believe those are actually probably a couple $100. And this is a nice condition Paragon as well. We call it player's condition. It is nice. It's not mint. It's got somewhere around the inserts, the middle of the playfield, but it plays great. All the drops are good, everything. And this is an early Bally wide body. This is a pretty difficult game to come across in good condition. So on the Bally Paragon right here, we're at 1900 to go. 19 here, 2000. 2000 I'll bid, 2000 go one time on the Paragon. 19 here, look at 2000. 2000 I'll bid, 2000 go one time. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be 19 here, look at 2. 19 here, 2. 2000 I'll bid, 2000 go one time. 18 to 19. 19 here, 2000. 19 here, 2. 2000 I'll bid, 2000 go one time. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be. Anybody else on dial through? 19 here, 2000. 2000. I'll take 19 and a half, 1950. Is he there, James? There it is, 19 and a half. 2000, 2000, 2050. 2050 to go one time, 2000 here, 2050. 2050 to go one time, 2000, 2050. Yeah, you cut me once, you got to cut me twice. House rule. 2000 here, 2050. 2050 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? Well, cutting me once means we cut the bid in half. But usually when you ask to cut the bid in half, you hit it twice. You got to hit me again. That's right. 2000 here, 2050. 2050 to go one time. 2000, 2050. Don't let it get away for that amount right there. 2000 here going once. $2,000 going twice. 2050 here, there he is, 21, 21 and a half. 21 here, look at 21 and a half. 21 here, look at 21 and a half to go one time. All the displays are there, all 4 players. The back glass, original, very, very nice condition. And the playfield is in very good condition too, isn't it? Okay, we'll call it better than a player's condition. I got to call it player's condition because it does have some wear right around the numbers. If we can get Wyatt to like close up on some of the stuff, just focus on it or close up, you can kind of see there's a little bit of wear on the numbers, but not enough to really make a difference at all. So, I mean, this is a very nice game. It's got all new rubbers on it and everything. So, you know, I mean, as far as cleanup, the door is nice, cabinet's nice, everything's good. It's 21 here to 21 and a half. 21 and a half to go one time, 21 here to 21 and a half. 2150, 2150 go one time. 2100 going once. It's a 1979. For a 79, it is in super, super nice condition too. 21 here, 21 and a half. 2150 to go one time. 21 here, 21 and a half. 2150, 2150, one more time. 2100 going once. 2100 going twice. A third and final call done all through. 21, 21 and a half. 2150, one more time. Sold your way, $2,100. 5076, 5076. And next up we have a 1980 Williams Firepower Steve Ritchie. This is the first multi-ball game by Williams. Single level playfield, very nice condition right here. It's got a great everything on it. Cabinet's in nice shape. And I'll tell you, the Firepower, difficult game to get with a really nice back glass and playfield. And the playfield on this one is fantastic. Most of them got played so much that the playfield just got worn out. And this has a very intricate that planet, that Death Star looking playfield on there. So it's super nice. So yeah, on the firepower here, the playfield is excellent. I've had the firepowers where they're all blown out and everything. This is all original. It hasn't been touched up or anything. The back glass is really nice as well. All the bumper caps are there. The game plays. It's got full displays. Everything's around on it. Back glass has, some crack and peel and a little bit on there, but you can still make everything out. Beautiful shape. All right, we're at 1,600 to go. 16 here, 17. 1,700 to go one time to get to 17 for 1980 multi-ball firepower right here. 16 here, 1,700. 1,700 to go one time. And some of the things that get overlooked too is like, the cabinet condition, the original Williams door. Everything like that. The legs. It's in super nice shape for 1980. 1980 to 2023. We're talking 43 years, and it is in nice, excellent condition. All right, on the firepower, we're at 16 here, 1,700. 1,700 to go one time, to go to 17. 16 here, 17. 1,700 to go one time, to go to 1,700. 1,700 to go one time, to go to 17. 16 here, 17. 1,700. 1,700 to go one time. Anybody else have all through? 1,600 here going once. A 1,600 going twice. A third and final call done all through. 1,700. 1,700 to go one time. Hot 1,650. 16 and a half. 1,650 one time. 1,650, thank you. 16 half, look at 1,700. 1,700 to go one time. 1,650 and 17. 1,650 and 17. 1,700. 1,700 to go one time. 1,650 going once. 1,650 going twice. A third and final call done all through. 1,700 one more time on this beautiful game. 43 years old and still rocking along. Anybody else done all through? 1,700 one more time. So it's way $1,650. 5140. 5140. All right, next up we got lot number 5. This is a Firepower 2. This is the follow-up to Firepower. Firepower 2, which has, I'd call it a multi-level right there. It's got wireform ramps. 4 players, got updated displays on it. Let's see, updated newer scoring displays. I think they're the pin score displays. Got a nice overall condition. It has a little bit of wear on the game, on the playfield itself. Does have some wear and a little bit of touch-up, but it's in very nice condition. It's all there. It's working. It has the... well, I guess Sorcerer would be more like Firepower 2. Firepower 2, it's got that crossover with a wireform ramp. So it's in nice shape. It's a good playing game. It'd make a good bookend for the Firepower, the originals, the 1983 right here. We're at 700 to go. That's 700 get 800. 800 to go one time, 700 get 8. $800. 800 to go one time, 700 get 8. 700 get 8 bucks one time, 800. I got 800, 900. 800 for 900 bucks one time, 8 9, 9 1,000, 9 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 here, 1,100. 1,000 11, 11 to go one time, 1,100 12. 11 to 12, 12 to bid, 12 to go one time, 1,100 to 1,200. 12 to 13, 12 to 13, 13 here, 14, 14 to go one time, 14 here, 15, 15 to go one time, 15 here, 16. 15 here, 16, 16 to go one time. It is 16. 15 here, 16, 16 to go one time. What do you say? What I'm going to do is going to be 15 here, 16. 15 here, 16, 16 to go one time. And this one's in this one. Is this the one that has a really looks like a brand new door on it? Like a brand new door on it, right? It looks nice. Yeah, it's got new legs on it and everything. It is super clean. And it's that original Williams stencil painted cabinet. Looks great. Yeah, and it's got those Williams effects, is kind of like what you would know, Joust and Defender, and it's a good representation. I like the sound on it as well. Got cool gameplay, and it's got that turnaround ramp on it. 15 here, 16 under to go one time, 15 under to go 16, 15 here, like 16, 16 under to go one time, 15 here, 15 and a half, 15 50 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? Anybody else all through? 15 under, 15 50, 15 50 to go one time, 15 under going once. 1500 going twice, 15, 50, 1600, 1600 to go one time, 15 and a half, look at 16, 15 and a half, look at 16, 1600 to go one time, 15 and a half, look at 16, 15 and a half, look at 16, 16, 1600, 1600, one more time, anybody else done all through, 1550 going once, 1550 going twice, a third and final call done all through, 15 and a half, look at 1600, 1600, one more time, one more time. So it's your way, $1,550. 5067, 5067. Awesome. All right, next up we have a Bally Mystic. Lot number 6 right here. There are only 3,950 of these produced. Blaze well. It could use a shop out right here. One of my favorite Bally titles right here. Super cool. You want to call it kind of basic, but it's kind of a, you got to collect. You got to make strategy shots on this. It's the Mystic, and it's a magic theme, whatever you want to call it, tarot and magic theme. Beautiful condition. It's, I'd say, above player's condition. Very nice. It's got minimal wear on the play field. Looks good. Game plays all the way. Could use a good shop out. You're getting it like you see it right here. What do you say on the Mystic? Here we go. 1980. You can say it's got Houdini on it. It's got some gypsies. All 4 displays are working. It's bright and tight. Here we go. We're at 500 to go. 500, 600, 600, 700, 700, 800, 800, 900. 900 to go one time. 8 to 9. 9 to 1,000. 1,000 to bed. I had 1,000. 1,000, 1,100. 1,100 to go one time. 1,100 to 12. 1,100 to 12. 12 to bed. 12 to go one time. 1,100 to 1,200. 1,100 to 12. 12 to bed. 12 to go one time. 1,100 to 1,200. 12 to 13. 12 to 13. 1,300. 13 to go one time. 12 to 13. 13, 14. 13 or 14. 14 or 15. 14 or 15. 15 to go one time. 40, 1,500. 15 to go one time. 40, 15. 15 or 16. 15 or 16, 16, 17, 17 to go one time, it's going to 17, 17 to go one time, it's going to 17, 16 or 17, 1700, 16 or 17, 17 to go one time, it's going to 17, 17 or 18, 18 to go one time, 18 or 19, 19 or 2000, 2000 or 21, 2000 or 21, 20 to go one time, 2021, 2000 or 21, 20 to go one time, 2100, 21 to go one time, what do you say we're going to do, it's going to be 2000 or 21, 2000 or 21, 20 to go one time, 2100, 21 to go one time, 2100, on a Bally Mystic. It's a 1980. It's another 43-year-old game right here in beautiful shape. Some of these titles, you may not have heard of it, but it doesn't make it any less playable or, I would say, desirable for collectors. Some of these machines are in nice enough condition. They don't come around very often like this, so you got to pick them up as you see them right here. 2021, 20 to go one time, 2100. 2021, 20 to go one time. Anybody else done all through? He says no. 2021, 20 to go one time. Anybody else done all through? How about 2050? 2050, one time. 2000 2050. 2050 to go one time. $2,000 going once. $2,000 here going twice. A third and final call done all through 2000, 2050, 2050, 2050, one more time. So it's away, $2,000. 5092, 5092. All right, next up here is a highly sought after pin right here. This is the 1980 Bally Frontier. Frontier pinball machine. You do not see these come up very often. It's in nice, I would say, beyond player's condition. It's got some wear on the inserts right there in the center of the play field, as you can see, but the overall play field condition's nice. Cabinet condition's nice. The game plays all the way. Back glass is better than average. It's all there and complete. It's got a little bit of a little bit of lift, but it's all intact. It looks good. All the displays are there. Like I said, the game is playing. It's a functional Bally Frontier. 43 years old, in very nice player's condition. I'd say a little bit beyond player's condition, but it's there, it's playing. Looks great, bright and tight. Here we go. We're at 23 here, 24, 24 to go one time, 23 here, 24. 23 here, 24 to go one time, 23 here, 2400. 24 here, 25. 24 here, 25 to go 25 here, 26. 2600 to go one time, 25 here, 2600. 25 here, 2600 to go one time, 25 here, 2600. 2600 to go one time, 25 here, 26. 25 here, 2600 to go one time, 25 here, 2600. 2600 to go one time on a Valley Frontier. It's got all the cool sounds. Like for 1980 Bally, it's all the cricket sounds and all the frontier and forest sounds. And it happens to be one of the games, I was just talking to my crew, but happens to be one of the games that I'm actually decent at playing it. I kind of get this game. Yeah, but anyways, I can't have them all. That's me talking my way out of it. Like, I don't want any part of it. 25 here, 2600 go one time, 25 here, 26. 2600 go one time. The cabinet condition is nice. All the artwork on it is original. And it's clean. All the colors, blue, orange, yellow, looks great. Like I said, the back glass, it's all there. It's intact. It's got a little bit of blistering on the inside. It's hard to see that, which is actually pretty good. But the glass itself, it's all intact. It looks really nice. Like I said, the playfield inserts, there's a little bit of wear on them. But the overall, if you were looking for a Bally Frontier, I've seen worse examples than this one right here. This is a very nice, good playing condition. Even all the way up to the door and the legs, everything on it. It's ready to go into a spot. 25 here, 2600 to go one time, 25 here, 2600. 25 here, 2600 to go one time, 25, 26, 27. 26 here, 27 to go one time, 26 here, 27. 26 here, 27 to go one time. Anybody else up all through? 2600 going once. 2600 going twice. A third and final call, all through. 26 here, 2700. Was there a note in the messages, James? There is, because I can't see it in there. What? Oh, there's, okay. I don't know why it's not scrolling on there. 5042? Oh, 5092? I don't know. Is he? Yeah, right? All right, 26 here, 27. 27 to go one time. Anybody else down through? 2600 going once. 2600 going twice. A third and final call, down through. 26 here, 27. 27, 27. About 26 and a half. 2650. Did you turn off the... There we go. It's just finding a channel. About 26 and a half to go one time. 26 here, 2650. 2650 to go one time. Anybody else done all through? 2600 once, twice. The third and final call. 26 and a half. Sold you away, $2,600. 5114, 5114, 5114. Oh, a little bit of the 1976 Williams electromechanical pin right here. Aztec, probably one of the top electromechanical pins in the Williams collection. Up to 1976, a great playing, fast playing pin right here. A lot of competitive players love Aztec. A lot of players do love it. This one's got a very nice play feel. It's got I would say, a better than average back glass on it. Very clean all the way around. The game fully plays. It's all there. CC is playing it. We'll try to drag the camera views up and down and around to give you kind of an idea. Yeah, in and out, drag it up and down, in and out. And on the Aztec right here, it's in nice condition right here. We're at 1,300 to go, at 1,300, 1,400, 1,400 to go one time. Jeez. 13 here, 1400. 13 here, 1400 go one time on the Aztec. The players need these. Some of the locations that are always looking for a very, very good playing and sought after electromechanical game. Aztec would be one that you would want. We're at 13 here, 1400. 1400 go one time, 30, 14. 13 here, 14, 1400 go one time, 30, 1400. 13 here, 14, 1400 go one time, 30, 1400. 13 here, look at 14. 14 to go one time, 30, 1400. 13 here, 14, 14 to go one time, 30, 1400. So people were asking, James, if we were still streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, we're live on YouTube and we are streaming live on Facebook as well. So both the sites are up and running. I just don't know why the chat. I'm not getting the scroll on the chat, James, through the website. So yeah, I have it there, but I don't think it's like scrolling. So I got it. I got it figured to the top. I saw our one who was asking about the spending spree. So we're at 15 here, 1600 to go one time, 15 to 16. You haven't had anything since then, right? Okay. All right, then we're good. We're at 15 here, 1600 to go one time, 15 to 16. 15 here, 16, 1600 to go one time. What do you say we want to do? It's going to be 15 here, 15 and a half. 15 here, look at 1550. 1550 to go one time. Anybody else a dollar through? 15 here, 1550. On to Williams Aztec, 1976. Up 15 and a half, 1600, 1650. 1650 to go one time, 16 and 16 and a half. 16 here, 16 and a half to go one time, 16 here, 1650. 1650 to go one time, 1650. 1650 to go one time, anybody else a dollar through? 1600 going once. 1600 going twice. A third and final call, dollar through, 16 here, 1650. 1650 one more time. Don't let it get away. One more time. 1650. One more time. He's thinking about it too. 1650. One more time. Sold you away $1,600. 5042. 5042. You're welcome. You're going on a spending spree. Jeez. I love it. I love it, man. I mean, that's what that box is for. Let us know how you feel. Okay. Next up, we're staying in the electromechanicals. We have a pro football as a Gottlieb wedge head. 1973 pro football. They made a few different sports in that year. I mean, they got the football, the baseball, and I believe they had soccer. I'm pretty sure. Fun game. Ball launches from the right flipper, so there's no plunger on this game. And it's all original. It actually has the original flipper bats on it. And it looks like the very targets work. Everything's tuned in, and it plays well. It's got a nice back glass on it, wedge head. It's got a little, it looks like it has a little bit of a crack on the upper head to the right. You'll notice that would be my right on the left side if you're not facing away. Not a big deal, but the scoring reels are working, the point score and everything. Playfield's in nice shape. Back glass looks great. Yeah, it is scoring. It's looking good. Back to the playfield there. We're at 700 to go. That's 7 here at 800. 800 to go. 800 to go one time. 7 here at 800. On the pro football. Out of all the sports games from this year, this is the one pro football that a lot of the players and locations like to have for tournaments as well. Fun playing games. Got the scissor flippers on it, which can drive you kind of crazy as well. But it's got that right flipper plunge, which actually shoots the ball up pretty good onto the playfield. That's 7 here, 800. 800 to go one time, 7 here, 8. 7 here, look at $8 on one time, 7 here, 800. $800 bid. 800 to go one time, 7 here, 800. That's 7 here, $8 on one time. What do you say? What do they want to do? What's it going to be on a pro football? The one player wedge head right here by Gottlieb's got a great looking play field too. The gridiron. 7 here at 800. 800 to go one time, 7 here 800. 7 here at $8 on one time, 7 here 800. 7 here, look at 8. $800 bid, 800 go one time, 708, 708 bucks on one time, 7 years, 7.5, a 750 go one time, 7.5, 7 here, look at 7.5, 7.5, 750, 750 go one time, 7.5, 7.5, 750 go one time. Anybody else looking all through? 700 once, 700 twice, a third and final call, 7.5. So it's way $700. 5150. 5150. And we are up to lot number 10. And lot number 10 is a 1977. This is a 4-player Gottlieb Vulcan. A pretty rare title in its own respect. This does power up, but it is missing some parts on the play field. So it does want to start, and it's missing some topical pieces, like it looks like the upper left side plastic. It's missing some drop targets, and it's missing the slingshot posts.
They're all here.
Oh, they're all there?
All your plastics are here.
Okay. So this Vulcan, it has all the plastics are in a box. So this one right here, it needs a little bit of tuning. It wants to start up, so the reels are cycling. So it just needs to be, what do they do? Do the scoring reels, do they cycle, or is it down below?
They cycle, they want to start, but there's no ball.
What?
I'm pretty sure there's no ball.
So you can't drop a ball in there?
I don't know.
Let's try dropping a pinball in there. Let's see if we can make it happy.
We want to grab one.
Okay. I mean, we've only had a week to, get it all ready.
Touch that one.
Oh, come on now. I lost you again there. James, I'm going to audio mute for a sec. All right, so 1977 Vulcan. So it's that's all right. So it wants to start up. It needs a little bit of love. You guys know the electromechanicals right here. It did go back to zero. All the score reels went back to zero. The plastics are inside in a box. Cece just showed you all that. So it does need to have plastics put back on it. It looks like a cool project, and I mean, this is a game. It's by no means a super easy game to find. You can look it up. I believe the Vulcan, it's probably less than maybe 4,000 that were ever made. It's a nice piece right here. So if you collect the Gottlieb, the late 70s, 77, this is towards the end of the electromechanical era right here. So there was a Vulcan, and I believe, what was the other one? Fire Queen? Yeah. Okay, but thanks for that. All right, on the Vulcan right here, we're at 200 to go. A 2 look at 300. A 3 look at 4. A 3 look at 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3 look at 400. A 3 look at 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. And a Vulcan right here. 3 look at 400. A 3 look at 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. Are the sling posts and everything in there too? The sling, all the posts and everything.
All the screws that go in the posts are there.
Nice. So it just needs a little bit of time. Go back in there, and then I could hear the motors underneath trying to reset. So it just needs that little bit of time to get it reset, and then you're going to have a pretty rare 4-player Gottlieb game. We're at 400 to go. I see it. A 4 to go 500. A 4 to go 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4 to go 500. For the Vulcan right here, and the back glass is really nice. Yes, it is. Back glass is nice. towards the end of an era right here in the electromechanicals. The Gottlieb Vulcan. You check it out. Looking good. Yeah, I like that artwork too. That's Gordon Morrison art. That's 4 look at 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. Are there any manuals or anything in there? Okay, I'm just asking. So, hey, no need to come up on me like that. I'm just asking. I'm doing a lot of things here. So, thank you. That's all you got to say is yes. Thank you. So, yes, there's some manuals and stuff. Thanks for asking in the chat, guys. I just got yelled at by Cece over there. I think she yelled at me because it seems like I'm not paying attention when she pulls all the manuals out, but I'm trying to do a lot of things here. It's cool. I'm used to it now. We're at 4 here, 500, 5 at a bid. And yes, those are all original, the manuals. There's a lot of manuals, documents, even the original important notice that came with the games when they were new. Extra cards, the whole bit. This actually be an intriguing, game to put back together right here. There's not much to put together. But we are selling it as, here it is. It's going to be a little bit of a project just to put it back together and a little tuning. We're at 400 to go, up 4.5. How about 450 to go one time, 4 to 4.5. 450 to go, 450 here, 500 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 5, up 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 500, up 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 500. The guy who asked 450 in the chat asked, and somebody else hit the 450. Good job. 4.5 here, 500. 500 here, 5.5. 5.5 to go one time, 5, 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5, 5.5. And if you haven't registered yet, and you're in the chat, maybe refresh your browser to see if you've got a bid number. Because if you're in the chat, I would think, right? No? Well, they can actually be in the chat and not bid. But you have to be registered to bid or place a bid in there. So we're at 500 to go. 5 to 5.5. Is waiting for approval. So it should be approving like every... Yep. All right, you do have a number now, so... Yeah, I got you, Jack. You have a number now, so you can bid. We're at 500 here, 5.5. 500 here, look at 5.5, 5.5, 550. 550 go one time, 5, 5.5. On the Vulcan, 4-player Gottlieb game right here. 500 here, 5.5. 5 here, look at 5.5, 5.5, 550. 550 go one time. What do you say what I do is it going to be? 5 and a 5.5. 5.5. One more time. It's worth it. So it's got all those parts, all the manuals, everything with it. Right? The posts, the screws, everything that goes on the slingshots, the whole bit. You have a really nice machine. We're at 550. Thank you. Up 5.5. 600. Yes. So all the plastics that show missing in the pictures, they are in the box that we've been showing. They're in that box in the front, and we noticed the posts, the screws, everything's in there. So it looks like maybe they were going to do like a full resto job. And the playfield's actually really nice too. 600 here, 6.5. 6.5 to go one time. So yes, all the manuals, all the papers, plastics, we're at 650. 60 here, 700. A 700 to go one time. 6.5 here, look at 700. A 6.5 here, look at 7. 700 to go one time. 6.5 here, 7. 6.5 here, look at 7. 700 all bid. 700 go one time. What do you say what I do it's going to be? You have more information. We're trying to give you everything that we possibly can. 6.5 here, look at 700. 700 go one time. 6.5 here, 700. If you've taken the glass off any pinball machine with all the screws, all the plastic posts, and your slingshot plastics, rubbers, everything to go, it'll be a simple put together to get it all complete. It does power up, and there is a ball in it, and when we hit start, it's trying to cycle. It reset all the scoring reels to zeros, which is a good thing. And then down below in the playfield, you can hear it. It is cycling and ticking like it wants to stop. What's that? Well, you can do it again. That's fine. So you can hear it. Well, I do hear it clicking. Yeah, it finishes and it's underneath. So it comes with keys. Got keys for the door, the whole bit. So it's just a little bit of tweaking on it, and you're gonna be playing again. What's up?
I see a plug on that.
Okay, so go ahead and turn it off and plug that. Let's get that plug in. Cece's going to do a little magic here. We're going to try something. Well, that's why we're doing this, pinballs and parts and projects. Is some of them, it does take a minute and we can discover something, because I know that a lot of people that are interested, like in this machine in particular, we just found that there's a plug that is unplugged. And that's one of the pin posts that plugs in. Can't reach it?
8 pins.
Oh, the 8-pin plug. Yes. You want me to lift it? You got it? There you go. Oh, I see it. Lance is holding on to it right now. And there's another plastic for it. Okay, well, let's plug that in and see if that gets it to us. And we're currently holding at 650 on this bid. We're doing exploratory right now. All right, so what are we doing now?
I'm going to plug this in.
Okay. So we're giving it just a second. So there was, sometimes you put the heads back together, and everybody who works with these EMs, some of the cables are long, the wiring is long, so if it gets caught up and then it misses putting the little 8-pin plug in on the bottom, it does happen. It goes in the back box, correct?
No, these ones, there's this one here.
So they said one, well, somebody mentioned it. The 8-pin goes in the head. So are there 2 that were unplugged?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's right. So the 8-pin goes in the head. Thank you. Thank you, Hans. And then there were actually two plugs that were undone. No, it won't.
Yeah, so that wire was all caught up in the
Okay, that's cool. Let's fold her down and let's see what we got. Okay, well, we'll see what it does here. Got it to stop. So now we're getting bells and chimes. So we have a stuck switch. Well, I'm not going to holler over the bells, but yeah, something's stuck. All right, so what we have now is it's got life, and it kicked the ball out, right?
Yep.
It did kick the ball out, and you heard the bells and chimes going off. So there's a switch stuck somewhere because it is scoring actively. So you guys know that know these pins. You're going to track that down, and then there you go. So if you turn it on now, is it going to continue?
No, because I took the ball.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna call this a working game because it does kick the ball out now. We got them all plugged in, and it does have a switch that's stuck. So the scoring reel on player 1 is going now. If you click reset right now.
I'm going to hit start and we'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see if we can do it again. Kicks the ball out. Okay, so go ahead and turn it off. All right, and you can reset it. Reset it to 0. Okay, So basically you have we're going to call it a working Vulcan right here. You can hear the bells and chimes. It's going to need, you're going to need to track down where there's a stuck switch. We're at 6:50 to go. Thank you everybody for that cool song. It is. And we're getting mad praise. Great job, Cece. Thank you, Cece and Lance, for tracking that down and getting it on there. All right, on the Vulcan, we're at 6.5 to go. 700 to go one time. And this rare pin right here is not going to take much to get it going one time. 6.5 here to 700. 700 to go one time. Anybody else done all through? Thank you, everybody, for your patience and waiting. We're trying to get everything working that we can right here. 6.5 here, 700. 700 one more time. Anybody else done all through? You've all had time to think about it. One more time. On the Vulcan, 700. So what you weigh, $650. 5079. 5079. 5079. Next up, lot number 11. 1978 Contact. This is a 4-player Williams wide body.
Yeah, this one is blowing a fuse.
Okay, so this one has all 4 displays are working on it. It's complete with boards, and it's blowing a fuse. So we're not going to go in and try and fix all that. So it's blowing a fuse. You're buying it like you see it. It's interesting. This one actually has the wooden lockdown bar on it. When Williams, I think they ran short on the metal lockdown bars for the wide body, so they made them out of wood as well. So this one has a wood lockdown bar. And then they were chopping some in half and welding them together and the whole bit. But this is the original, like the wood lockdown bar, so it's not anything that we made. It came from the factory like that. So this is a scissor flipper, 4-player, or I'm sorry, a 4-flipper, 4-player Williams Contact, 1978 right here. Buy it like this. We're at 400 to go. At 4 to go 500. 5 to be 5 to go one time. 4 to go 5. 4 to go 5. 5 to be 5 to go one time. Nice play field on it. It's got a decent back glass, a good back glass on it. It's got 4 working displays. All the displays are there, but it is blowing a fuse, so it's not playing. It's going to need some tech work. At 4 to go 500. 5 to be 5 to go one time. 4 to go 5. 4 to go 5. 5 to be 5 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? At 4 to go 4.5. How about 450 to go one time? 4 to 4.5. 4 here to 450 here. 500 to go one time. 4.5 here to go 5. 4.5 here to go 5. 5 to be 5 to go one time. 4.5 here to go 500. 4.5 here to go 5. 5 to be 5 to go one time. Anybody else all through? 450 here going once. 500 here, 5.5. 5 here to 5.5. 5.5, 550. 550 to go one time. 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5. 5.5, 550. 5 to go one time. Anybody else sitting all through? 5 here going once. 550 here, 600 to go one time. 5.5 here to go 600. 5.5 here to go 6. 600 to go one time. 5.5 here, 600. 600. 600 bid. 600 to go one time. 5.5 once. 600 here, 6.5. 600 here, 6.5. 600 here to go 6.5. 650. 650 to go one time. 600 once. $600 here going twice. A third and final call done all through. 6 here, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 650 one time. All done all through. 650 here, 700 to go one time. 6.5 here, 700. 6.5 here to go 7, 7 to go one time. 6.5 here, it's a door. 6.5 here, 700, 700. 700, 7.5, 7 here, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 7 or 7.5. On a Williams wide body Contact right here. 7, 7.5, 7.5, 750 one time, 700 once. $700 going twice. A third and final call done all through. 7, 7.5, 7.5, 750 one time. All done all through. So what you weigh? $700. 5015. 5015. All right, next up we got lot number 12, a 1979 original Dracula. This is the Dracula, Stern Dracula right here. It's AC power to the cabinet. So you hooked up all the boards, yes? You hooked up all the boards on that? Yeah. All right, so you took a photo of that. All right, one at a time, right? Don't power up the next one. Okay. All right, so this one, this is a Dracula. This is a Dracula project. This is Stern, 1979 right here, put together. It's got all the boards in it. It gets some AC power, but I believe it's got some acid damage on the boards, so we'll just go with that. Lot number, let's see. This is lot 12. And machine's complete. All the boards are there. Cabinet powers up as shown, and it doesn't boot. This is a project. It's a complete project right here. It's got a fair back glass on it. I mean, it looks decent to me. It does have some wear in it, but you can see everything that's there. Playfield does have some wear down in the bottom. Cabinet's in nice overall condition. It's going to need a complete resto job. If you want to do touch up on the playfield, it's there. So you're buying it like you see it right here as a project. We're at 300 to go. 3 looking 400. 3 looking 400 bid. 4 looking one time. 3 looking 400. 3 looking 400 bid. 4 looking one time. Nosferatu Dracula. Kind of big time. He's a trippy looking Dracula. Oh, it does? So the board has a remote battery hookup, so they were considering about acid damage on there. So 3.5. How about 350? 350 to go one time, 3.5. 350 to go one time, 3.5. 350. 350 to go one time. I'll take it, 3.5. Can't bid in the chat. There you go. 3.5 here, 400. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3.5 here, looking 4. 3.5 here, looking 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3.5 here, looking 400. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. What do you see what I do? So it's got booklet. It's got some paperwork with it. Yes, it does. Stern Games. There's some paperwork. Docs to go with it. 3.5 here, looking 400. 3.5 here, looking 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3.5 here, looking 400. 3.5 here, looking 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3.5 here, looking 400. $400 bid, 4 looking one time. Anybody else $1 through? 400 here, 4.5. 4 here looking 4.5. 450. 450 looking one time. 4 to 4.5. Are those plastics?
Yeah, broken plastics are
Oh, so it's got broken plastics, but I did see that there's a whole set of new Dracula plastics in this auction too. Yeah, later on down the road. Yeah, it's a whole like a new old stock stuff. So I can go with that. 4, 4.5. 4.5 to go one time, 4 to 4.5. But it's down the road in the auction towards the end. 4 to 4.5, 4.5, 450, 450, 450, one more time. 450 to go one time. 450 here, 500 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 5. 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. So the cabinet does get power. It's got power and it's got some sound to it. 4.5 here to go 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. 4.5 here to go 500. 500. 500 I'll bid one more time. Anybody else $1 through? 450 here going once. 500 here, 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5. 5.5, 550. 550 go one time. 5, 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5. This is one of those oddball. Thank you. Thank you. 5, 5.5, 5.5 to go one time, 5, 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5, 5.5, 550. 550 to go one time, 5 at once. 550 here, 600 to go one time, 5.5 here, 600. 5.5 here to go 6, 600 to go one time, 5.5 here, 600. 600 I'll bid, 600 to go one time. Anybody else $1 through? 5.5 going once. 5.5 here going twice. I'll third and final call, $1 through. 550 here, 600, 600, 600, one more time. This is an oddball Dracula too. How many? There's a few vampire Dracula pinballs out there. They're all old. I mean, the newest one was Bram Stoker's Dracula, but before that was like Vampire Valley, and then the Stern Dracula. That's what I know, and they're cool. The old ones are cool. 5.5 here, 600, 600 bid, 600 go one time. One more time, 600 here, 6.5 to go one time, so go to 6.5. 6 here, look at 6.5, 650, 650 to go one time, so go to 6.5. 650 one time. 600 here going once. $600 going twice. A third and final call, $1.30, 6.5. 650. One more time for this Dracula pin. We're all done. We're all in. 6, 6.5. So it's away, $600. 5015. 5015. Turn her on. Let's see, old pal. Let's see what we got, old pal. Turn her on. Here we go. Roll that darn episode. All right, this is lot number 12A. I'm all cool in the gang. This is complete with boards. Got a nice cabinet, art and back glass. And it's on legs. The catalog says it's without legs, but the last I checked, this is a Scorpion. All the displays are coming up. So did you update photos on this? Oh, you did? Yeah, I see it there. It's a Scorpion, and it's flashing game over, so it's there. It's got all populated. All the boards are there. It's got GI. Everything's lit down there on the playfield. It's just not coining. It's not coining up. All right. Well, here you go. We're at 400 to go. Doesn't coin up, but it has a ball in it. Is there a ball?
Okay, turn on again. Okay, now turn it off. Okay. Got credit.
So we get credits, but it's not starting. So I keep asking if there's a ball in it, but I haven't gotten an answer yet.
This thing's all taken apart.
Thank you. All right, so you're going to get it like you see it right here. It credits up, but it's not starting up. So you're going to get it like that. You got a good Scorpion playfield, and I see all the feature lights and the GI is all there, and it's got a nice back glass. It's got the displays. Everything's up on it. So that's all looking good. It's got a whole bunch of parts that are in the back because originally they come in, they're on their butts, so it's probably got some extra parts and whatnot. Went out again. It's okay, Wyatt. It's just trying to link. It's nothing personal. And on the Scorpion right here, we're at 400 to go. At 4 to go 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to go 500. So it's going to need some tech work right here. The flipper coils will need to be rebuilt and looked at on here. But it does have all the logic. It's got all the displays, which is really nice. Machines all there, so it's going to need a little bit of work to get to that final destination. At 4 to go 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. What do you say what I do is going to be? On a Scorpion, this is pretty cool. It's got that little upper playfield in the upper left-hand side with the dual flippers up there. So it's basically like two playfields. So this is an early example of multi playfields. You can see the flippers up there. It's got the original manuals with it. Yeah, so it's got a whole set of drop targets that would be up there. I'm sure they're going to need to be serviced, but it's a whole nother playfield up there with two flippers up top. Scorpion's a cool game. It's one of my favorite. I would say it'd be one of my favorite like wide body Williams from that time period right there from 79, 80. Scorpion's a good one. I've played it in some tournaments as well. It's pretty cool. So here we go. We're at 4. How about 4.5? 4 here. Look at 450. 450 to go one time. 4 to 4.5. 4.5 here to go 500. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4.5 here to go 5. 4.5 here. 500 here. 5.5. 5 in here. 5.5. 550. 550 to go one time. 5.5. 600. 600 bid. 600 to go one time. 5.5 here. 600. 5.5 here to go 6. 600 to go one time. 5.5 here. 600. 600 bid. 600 go one time. 5.5 here to go 6. 5.5 here to go 600. 600 bid. 600 go one time. Anybody else dial through? 550 here going once. 550 here going twice. A third and final call, 600 here, 6.5, 700, go one time, 6.5 here, 700, 6.5 here, look at 7, 7 to go one time, 6.5 here, 700, 6.5 here, look at 7, 7 to go one time, anybody else dial through, 650 here, going once, 700, 7.5, 7 here, look at 7.5, 750, 750 go one time, 7, 7.5, 7 here, look at 7.5, 7.5, 750, 750 go one time, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 750, one time, anybody else dial through, 700 once, $700 going twice. A third and final call down all through 7, 7.5, 7.5, 750 one time. All done all through. So what you weigh? $700. 5015, 5015. Great job. Picking it up. All right, this is lot 12B. Now this is missing the boards.
It's missing one, the top board and those two boards is,
Okay, so the Williams has the two boards that are joined together by that long Molex.
yeah, so the top one's missing.
So it's missing the top board on it. So this is the Williams Pokerino. There's some old timers that tell me about this. Oh, you have a Pokerino. You have a Pokerino. So it's not that it's the greatest game, but it's very rare to come across. And this one's actually really nice. It's got a nice play field and everything. It is missing the upper of the two boards. Williams, this system has the two connecting boards, and the top board is missing. But it's got a decent play field and all the plastics. It looks fully populated and everything. And actually, the back glass is pretty nice. It looks good. It has some displays in it. Looks like it's got 3 out of 4 displays, right? Yeah, so it's got 3 out of 4 displays in it. And it could be in the bottom. It's a project, but it's a Pokerino, and you don't see this title very often, I guess. And some of these old cats, they really showed interest in it. They like seeing these kind of old, maybe they're not the most exciting games, but you just don't see them. So the artwork's kind of odd bird on it, but it's kind of cool. It's like gals and cards and all that stuff. So Pokerino, here we go. We're at 300 to go. 3 looking 400. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3 looking 4. 3 looking 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. Little bit of a project, no problem. 3, 3.5. 350 go one time. 3, 3.5. 300 here. Look at 350. 350 go. 350 here. 400. 4.5. 4 looking 4.5. 450. 450 go one time. 4 to 4.5. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5, 4 to go 4.5, 4.5, 450, 450 go one time, anybody else $1 through. What do you say? What am I going to do? It's going to be a 4, 4.5, 500, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 5, a 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here 500, a 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 500, 500, 500. 5 here, 5.5, 600, 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, look at 600, 600 here, 6.5, 6 here, look at 6.5, 650, 650 go one time, 6.5, 6.5, 650, one time, 650 here, 700, 7.5, 7.5 to go one time, 7, 7.5, 7 here, look at 7.5, 7.5, 750, 750 to go one time, 750 here, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 7.5 here, look at $8 go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 800, 8.5, 8 here, look at 8.5, 850, 850 go one time, 800, 8.5, 8.5, one time, 800 here, look at 8.5, 850 here, 900 to go one time, 8.5 here, look at 9, 8.5 here, look at 9, let's go one time, 8.5 here, look at 900, 900, 900, one more time, 850 once, twice, a third and final call, $1 through, 850, 900, 900, anybody else $1 through? So it's your way, $850. 5015, 5015. What'd you say, Cece? Pokerino? It's a Pokerino. Or is a poker? You have it? Oh, I played one at Cal Extreme. It was quite an honor to be able to play it. All right, next up we got a 1976. It's the Bally Freedom. 1976 solid state. And this one has the displays, but it is a project. The back glass, you can see the musicians. And you can see the word freedom, but the rest of the back glass, as you can tell, most of the color and paint is gone. It's missing display number one, but it's got other displays there. There's no boards in it. It does have one board. Okay, and that's lot number 13. It's missing the MPU board, yes. Missing the MPU, but it does have displays. The playfield does not look bad. It's all there, intact. So it is a project game, so it's going to need boards, and I know that the back glass, it's not like it's a super rare. I mean, you could get that replaced. So here we go. What do you say we're going to do on this one here? I got $200 bid, 200 to go, 300. On the Bally 1976, I got 3 looking 400, 3 looking 4 bid, 4 looking one time, 3 looking 400, 400 on the floor, thank you. Up 4 looking 500, up 4 looking 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 looking 5, up 4 looking 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. What do you say? 500 here, 600 to go one time, 5 to 600, 600 on the floor, thank you. 600 to 700, 600 to 7, 7 to go one time, 600 to 700, 600 to 7, 700 to go one time. Anybody else $1 through? 600 here going once. 600 here going twice. How about 6.5? 600 here, look at 6.5, 650, 650 go one time, 600 once, 600 here twice, looking 6.5, third and final call, down all through, 650, 700 to go one time, 700, 700, 7.5, I got 700, 7.5, 700 here, look at 7.5, 750, 750 go one time. The cabinet's nice on this too. If you got a back glass, and a board, an MPU, which isn't difficult to get. I mean, you'll have a nice Freedom pinball machine right here. That's 7.5. 750 go one time. Anybody else on dial through? 700 once, twice. A third and final call dial through. 7.5. 750. 750. Internet, you're out. Proxies are in. 7.5. So it's your way, $700. Buyer 111 111. Very good. We want them to be happy here today. All right, so next up we have lot number 14. It's the black hole.
It has life.
Okay. It has AC life. Does it have some boards? It has the boards in it too. It's missing one board. It's missing the main PCB. And it is also missing the motor that moves the black hole in the animated back glass. So we'll call it, we have to call it a project. It's got all the displays on it and everything. All right, so we got the black hole 1981. We're calling it a project here because it is missing the main MPU, which you could get a, I don't know if they still have those boards in France. I forgot the name. There are some replacement boards that you can get for that main MPU. It actually, like the all-in-one boards. Which one? Yeah, it's the Pascal board. Thank you. You get a Pascal board. It's kind of like a one and done. Pascal for a black hole right here. And it's basically, it is missing the motor that drives the black hole in the back, but we have the disc for that. And everything's there except that MPU. So it is going to need a little bit of work. I think it's missing a playfield plastic as well. There's a few things, but there are pictures. We put a whole bunch of pictures online. So if you need to really see the playfield or the interior, you can check it from there. Black hole is one of those rare Gottlieb pins that a lot of people are seeking. It's a system 80. I'm not going to say it's an 80A or B. I don't have that off the top of my head. Is it an A? Okay. That's why I can't claim it. It's an A or a B system. Somebody can chime in on the messages and help me out, and then I can move on from it. On the black hole project right here, there's a Gottlieb pin, and it's close. It's close. It needs that MPU. You could probably do a Pascal, or there's even the other board that you can get, an aftermarket board that helps take some of those away as well. Yeah, and I'm sorry, and it is missing. There's a second back glass that goes in the back as well. So I mean, you can see visually what you're going to need. If you don't see it there, you're going to need it. With the exception, the only thing not in the picture right now is the the black hole disc. So you'll need the motor. You need to go through it. So it's got a really nice cabinet, the door, everything. It's kind of fresh. It's cool. But it'll be a nice little project here. We're at 4 to 500. 5 to go one time. 4 to go 500. 4 to go 5. 5 to go one time. 4 to go 5. 4 to go 5. 5 to go one time. What do you say? What I'm gonna do? It's gonna be 4 to go 500. 5 to go one time in a black hole. 4 to go 500. 5 to go 5 and around. What do you say? What I'm gonna do? It's gonna be 4 to go 5. 4 to go 5. 5 to go one time on the 1981 black hole pinball project. It's missing the main MPU. That's not the end of the world, and it's missing a couple other things. You need the back glass, or you can get it done. It's got displays in it. 4.5, 500, 500 go one time, 4.5 here, look at 5, 4.5 here, look at 5, 500 go one time. What do you say what I'm going to do it's going to be? Anybody else done all through? 450 here, 500, 5.5, 5.5 here, 600, 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, 600, 5.5 here, look at 6, 600 go one time. What do you say what I want to do is going to be? 5.5 here, 600, one time, 550 here going once, 5.5, 600 here, 6.5, 600 here, look at 6.5, 650 to go one time, 600, 6.5, 6 here, 6.5, 650, 650 to go one time, 600 once, $600 here going twice. A third and final call down all through 6 here, 6.5, 650, 650, 650 here, 700 to go one time. It's going to have here 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750, 750 to go one time, 7, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750, 750 to go one time. Anybody else down all through 700 once, twice. A third and final call down all through 7, 7.5. How's the cabinet look? It looks good too, right? 7, 7.5, 750 to go one time, 7 to 7.5, 7 here, 750 here, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 800 to go one time. Yeah, the cabinet sides are nice. It's got good edges on it. The door is good. Everything's there. I mean, this is not a junk project right here. This is going to require a little bit of work, a board and an interior glass and stuff. But you're going to have a nice black hole pinball machine. The play field's in nice shape. You can see all the way down into the lower level play field, which is actually really nice too. It's not all blown out. 7.5 here, 800, 800 bid, 800 go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 7.5 here, look at $80 one time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 800, and it needs the top apron right there. You can get that 800, 8.5, 800, look at 8.5, 850, 850 go one time, and the display is there. That goes underneath the apron. 800, 8.5, 8.5, 850, 850, 850, one more time, 800 here going once, $800 going twice. A third and final call down all through 8, look at 850, 850, 850, one more time. 850 here, 900 to go one time, 8.5 here, look at 9, 8.5 here, look at 900, 900 bid, 900 to go one time, 850, look at 900, 850 here, look at 900 bid, 900 to go one time, anybody else all through, 850 once, twice, 900 here, 950, 950 to go one time, 900, 9.5, 9 here, look at 9.5, 9.5, 950, 950 to go one time, 900 once, $900 going twice. A third and final call down all through 9 here, 9.5, 950, 950 here at 1,000, 1,000 bid, 1,000 go one time, 950 here at 1,000, 950 here at 1,000, 1,000 bid, 1,000 go one time, 950 here going once, 950 here going twice, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050 to go one time, 1,000 here, 1050, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050 to go one time, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050 to go one time, $1,000 once, $1,000 here going twice. A third and final call down all through 1,000 here, 1050, 1050, 1050, one more time. All done all through. 1050, one more time on the black hole. Nice cabinet, nice overall condition. Missing a couple parts, you'll put it together, no problem. So it's your $1,000. 5015, 5015. Don't get tired on us yet, Cece. All right, next up, we got a Baby Pac-Man upright. This is a 1982 Bally. And I believe if you plug this one in, the monitor is working. It's got a little bit of AC. We'll pop it together. Here we go. We're trying them all. It's got some boards in it and everything. James, I'm going to move in to investigate. Let's check it out really quick. Well, there we go. See, they saw it was coming. So they do the monitor. All right. I was just checking, you guys. You know. It's got AC. There we go. So it's important to show that the Baby Pac-Man does have AC. There are some boards in it. There's lots of boards, but I believe the main MPU is probably out, and the power supply. Yeah. So it's this Baby Pac-Man right here. It's missing that there's a power supply that sits on the floor. It doesn't have one, and it's missing the main MPU, but it does have AC power, and you can see that the monitor's lit, and it's got a decent play field. It's got a good monitor bezel, and the upper marquee is nice. The cabinet's nice as well. It does have the control panel that would need to be redone if you wanted to do the art on that. But the playfield's nice on the baby Pac-Man right here. We'll try to get a shot of the playfield as well, just to kind of give you an idea. It does look good. It's a baby Pac-Man. This is that hybrid monitor and pinball playfield. They did the baby Pac-Man and the Granny and the Gators. This one right here. You can get parts for it. And yes, the playfield glass for this is missing. It does not have a playfield glass for it. But it does have the bezel. And as you can see, Cece just demonstrated that she could, you could play pinball without a glass on there. Coin doors on there. Everything else seems to be complete. So here we go. On a baby Pac-Man 1982 project, we're at 200 to go. 2 300. 2 3 bid, 3 to go one time. And that's I think that's a 13-inch monitor in there, right? 13-inch CRT monitor, yes. And it is working, so it is going to need a couple of parts to get that all together. But you've got you got good bones here. 2 3 to go 400, 4 to bid. What do you got? Waiting on you, James. Okay. And then we got 300, 3.5, 3 here, look at 350, 350 to go one time, 3.5, 350 here, 400 to go one time, 3.5 here to go 4. Thanks for that shot. That's good. Let's see the boards and all that stuff. That's great. 400, 4.5, 4 here, look at 4.5, 450, 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5, 4 here, look at 4.5, 4.5, 450, 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5, 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. And it's on wheels too. So there you go. It's on wheels. 4, 4.5, 450 go one time, and it'll be all through. 400 here going once. $400 here going twice. On a baby Pac-Man. It's a pretty rare game too. You get this one working right here, you're going to have yourself a nice rare collectible. 4, 4.5, 450, 450, 450 one more time, and we also dial through. 450 one more time. 400 once, twice. Third and final call. 450. They're thinking about it. I know, it is, right? For $400, put a couple hundred into it, and you got yourself a $4,000 baby Pac-Man. 4, 4.5, 450, 450, one more time. So what you weigh, $400? 5153, 5153.
We're going to go back here to the green game.
Okay. And walking the warehouse. Awesome. What a spanning shot of the warehouse here. Here's one that was pretty interesting to come up as well. This is a Chicago coin, 1974. This is the Turf Club horse racing game. So it's kind of like it's like a flipper plinko game where the marble shoots through the lanes and the horses race around the track on the top right there. It's an electromechanical. So it's got lighted horses that come around the top of the track, which you can see up there when she's flipping the balls up into the plinko lanes, and it moves the horses around. This is a coin-operated 1974 Chicago coin Turf Club right here. Very cool, 2-player. It's in very, very nice condition. Be a pretty desirable piece. It's got the dial on the front, but it's a 2-player competition game for horse racing. So here we go on the Turf Club right here. We're at 3 to go. 3 to go 400. 3 to go 4. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3, 4. 4 to go 5. 5 to go 600. 700. 700 bid. 7 to go one time to go 700. 6 to go 7. 7 to go one time to go 700. 6 to go 7. 700 to go one time to go 700. It's all original paint and everything that's on there too. It's in really, really nice shape. We looked at it front, back, all around. The glass is really nice. The artwork is good. It's complete. Comes with keys, the whole bit. 6 here, 700. 700 bid, 7 to go one time. 700. 6 for 7, 7 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? 6 here, 6.5. 650 to go one time. 6.5. 6 here, 6.5. 650. 650 to go one time. And a bill $7 through. 600 here going once. $600 here going twice. 650 here, 700, 7.5. 700, 7.5. 750 to go one time. 7 to 7.5. 7.5 to go one time. 7 to 7.5. 750, 750. One more time. 700 here going once. $700 going twice. A third and final call down all three. 7 and 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 750. One more time. All done. All through. Charge away $700. 5105. 5105. Excellent buy. That's a cool, unique piece right there. All right, speaking of that right here, lot number 17 is the 1977 Midway Roadrunner. This is a gallery gun shooter game. It's got a monitor in it, and I think the monitor is not coming on.
Yeah, monitor doesn't come on.
So monitor doesn't come on. This is the Midway Roadrunner. So this is like your gallery shooter game right here. So it would have a video monitor underneath that reflects up to the glass, so it gives the impression that the roadrunners that you're shooting at, your targets, are across the road. The monitor is not working on this right here, so you're going to buy it like you see it. It's in nice condition overall. The rifle's in nice shape. The cabinet's in excellent condition. All these old Midway games, like from 77 and so, they made them with really good artwork, and that vinyl, however they do the art packages, stay really, really nice and crisp on these cabinets. They use good wood. So this is a good collector's piece. 1977, and it has a Midway original coin door on it that looks almost new. Comes with keys, the whole bit. It's going to need a monitor tune-up. So here we go. We're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. And this classic right here, 1977 Roadrunner gallery shooter. 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 300. 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 300. 3 to bid, 3 to go one time. 3 to 4. 3 to 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 to 400. 3 to 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 to 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? 3 to 400. 3 here. 3.5. 350 to go one time. 3, 3.5. 350 here. 400 to go one time. 3.5 here to go 4. 3.5 here to go 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3.5 here. 400. 3.5 here to go 4. 4 to 4.5. 4 here to go 4.5. 4.5. 450. 4 to go one time. 4 to 4.5. 4.5. 450, one time, 400 once, twice, third and final call down through 4, 4.5, 450, one more time. Sold your way, $400. 5055, 5055, 5055, 5555. Next up, we got lot number 18. Lot number 18 is a Williams Flash pinball. All right, we got a series of, these are pinball heads and bodies. We posted pictures online, the inside of the cabs or the inside of the heads, so we don't have to take them all. We're not going to take them all off. The back glasses, some have keys for the back glasses, some don't. Some have displays. This one is lot number 18. And it doesn't have any PCBs. It has the scoring displays. The playfield is nice and populated. It's got a nice cabinet and back box. This is a Williams Flash, 1979. And it does that is a nice playfield. So you need legs, you need the whole bit to go with the boards. You can get a Williams kit and have a nice Williams Flash right here. It's a Steve Ritchie classic game. Cabinet's in nice shape, so here you go. Let's see what we do. We're at 300 to go. At 3 to go 400. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 4. 3 to go 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 400. And the back glass is really nice on this one, too. It is a project. That's what you're getting. You're getting the head and the body. So the two pieces. There's no legs to go with this one and no boards on the inside, but it has the scoring displays. 3 to 400. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 4. 3 to go 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go 500. 4 to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to 5. 4 to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to 500. 5 on a bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to go 5, 4 to go 5, 5 on a bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to 4.5, 450, 450 to go one time, 450 here, 500 to go one time, 500 here, 5.5, 5 here, 5.5, 5.5, 550, 5 to go one time, 5 to once, twice, a third and final call, all through, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 600, 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here to go 600, 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, 600, 600, 600, one more time. 600 here, 6.5 to go one time, so go to 6.5. 6 here to go 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, so go there once, twice, a third and final call, all through 6.5 here, 700 to go one time. 6.5 here, look at 700. 6.5 here, look at 7. 7 to go one time, so go here, 700. 700, 700, one more time. 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 700 once, twice, a third and final call, all through 7, 7.5. 750 here, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here to get 800. 7.5 here to get $80 one time, 7.5 here, 800. 7.5 here to get $800 one time, 7.5 once, twice, a third and final call, then all through 800 to go. 800 look at 8.5. 8 here, look at 8.5, 850. 850 to go one time, 800 once, twice, a third and final call, then all through 8, look at 8.5. 850 here, 900. 900 bid. 900 to go one time, 8.5 here, look at 900. 8.5 here to get $900 one time, 850 once, twice, a third and final call, down through 850, 900, 950. 950 to go one time, 900 once, twice, a third and final call, 900, 9.5, 1,000. 1,000 bid, 1,000 go one time, 950 here to 1,000. 950 here going once, twice, a third and final call, down through 950 here to 1,000, 1,000 here, 150, 1050 to go one time, $1,000 once, twice, a third and final call, down through 1,000 here, 1050, 1,100, 1,100 bid, 1,100 to go one time, 1050 here, 1,100, 1050 here, 1,100 to go one time, 1050 once, twice, 1,100, 11.5, 11.5 to go one time, 1,100 once, twice, a third and final call, down through 11 here, 11.5, 1,150, one more time, 1,150. Anybody else have done all through? So it's your way, $1,100. 5159. 5159. Congratulations on that, Williams Flash. All right, next up, line number 19 is a 1979 Williams Time Warp right here. Nice cabinet and back box and artwork. No PCBs included. A lot of the Time Warps, the back glasses were really gnarly. This one's actually really nice too, huh? Playfield's in great condition, and guess what? Time Warp is one of those two machines that's got them favorites, the banana flippers. Well, that's right. You heard it here, the banana flippers. 1979 Williams Time Warp right here. And get it today. We're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 300. 3 out of bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 3. Does that one have some scoring displays in it?
It has, yes.
So
1, 2, 3. It's got all the displays.
it's got all the scoring displays in it, which is nice. Just doesn't have the PCBs. You can put those together. 3 to go 400. 3 to go 400 bid, 3 to go one time. And the cabinet's nice. The back glass is really nice. The playfield's good. It's populated. It's all there. Needs legs, needs boards. Put it together. Do a little work. There you go. 3 to 400. 3 to 400 bid. 3 to go one time. 3 to 4. 3 to 400 bid. 4 to go one time. 3 to 400. 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. What do you say? What I want to do? It's going to be 3 to 4. 3 to 4 to bid. 4 to go one time. 3, 3.5. 3.5 to go one time. 3, 350. 350 to go one time. 350 here. 400. 4.5. 4 here. Look at 4.5. 4.5. 450. 450 to go one time. 4 to 4.5. 500. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4.5 here. Look at 5. 4.5 here. Look at 5. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4.5. 500. $500 going time on the rare banana flippers. You got to have banana flippers somewhere in your collection. I'm telling you, 4.5 here, 500. I mean, think about it. Only 2 machines have banana flippers. And it's not that it's terrible. I think they're actually cool. So it's like a mix between playing pinball and high-a-lie. You ever play high-a-lie? Or those scoops when you were a kid? It's kind of like that. You can fling the pinballs. So the banana flipper, flinging the pinballs. You wait for it to come down and fling it. It's a whole different gameplay. Fling it. Yeah. Same thing. Used to have, it's like high-a-lie. It's got the scoop. Yeah, that's what I equate it to. Banana flippers. 4.5 here, 500. 500 we have 5 to go one time, and we also dial through. 450 here going once. 450 here going twice. 5 in here, 5.5. 5 in here, 5.5. 5.5, 550. 550 go one time, 5 5.5. 5 here, look at 5.5. 5.5, 550. 550 go one time, and we also dial through. 500 once. $500, $550 here, $600 to go one time, $5.5 here, look at $600, $5.5 here, look at $600 to go one time, $5.5 here, $600. It also doubles as a great like waiting room table if you wanted to like rest on it or something. I mean, that's what the head box is good for, anyways. 600 here, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, 6.5. 650 here, 700 go one time, 6.5 here, 700. There you go, see? 6.5 here, 700. 700 go one time, and it will so now through. 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 700 once. $700 going twice. Third and final call down through 750 here, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800. 7.5 here, look at $8 on one time, 7.5 here, 800, 800, 800, one more time. 7.5 here, look at 800. Anybody else down through? So which way, $750. 5051, 5051. All right, next up we got a 1978 Disco Fever. Williams Disco Fever. That's right. Staying alive, staying alive. It has 2 of the 3 PCBs included. The artwork's good. The cabinet's nice. It has 3 out of 4 displays. Or 3 out of 5 displays. 2 out of 3 of the boards. I believe it's missing the main MPU on it. Lot number 20 right here. It might be inside. What? So on the Disco Fever 1978, we're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 300 bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 300 bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 300 bid, 3 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do it's going to be? 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 300 bid, 3 to 4. 3 to 4, 400 bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to 400. 3 to 4, 400 bid, 4 to go one time. I like the Saturday Night Live artwork on the side of the cabinet. It's got the full disco floor. They used to make the disco floors like that. It's got to come back in a big, big way. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, I mean, the floor, like everybody goes dancing and everything. But, I mean, the disco, they actually have this on Disco Fever. Like the dance floors used to be lighted. I mean, all that's gone. I don't know where it went. Like all that floor, I mean, it's awesome to be dancing on like, you know, all the square blocks that are changing colors. Everybody's just having a good time. I mean, that's what I was saying. So anyways, back to the pinball. Yeah, they were all wacky. 3 here, 3. So if you're talking in the chat and if you're looking for approval on here, try refreshing your browser because we're getting all the approvals in. I got somebody who's inquiring about that. Can you approve me? We can if you signed up in there. So if you signed up, click the refresh and see if you can come up with a bid number. James, I'll check him out too. Really quick. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah. So, yes, the person who asked if they were approved, if you refresh, you were just approved just recently. So, good to go. All right, we're at 3 here, 3.5. How about 350? 350 go one time, and a Disco Fever right here, 3.5. 3 here, look at 3.5, 350. 350 go one time. Anybody else down through? What do you say we're going to do? Is it going to be 3.5? 3 here, look at 3.5, 350. 350 go one time. On the Disco Fever, 300 here going once. $300 here going, 350 here, 400 to go one time, 3.5 here to go 4. 3.5 here to go 4, 400 bid, 400 go one time, 3.5 here to go 400. 3.5 here to go 4, $40 go one time. You're welcome. You got it. 3.5 here to go 400. 3.5 here to go 4, 400 bid, 400 go one time, 3.5 once. 350 here going twice. A third and final call down through 3.5 here to go 400, 400, 400 one more time on the Disco Fever. Don't let it get away one more time. 400 here, 4.5. 4.5 to go one time, 4 to 4.5. 4 here to go 4.5, 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 450, 450, 450 one more time, 4 to once, twice. A third and final call down through 4, 4.5, 4.5 one more time. 450. You see the dance floor like that he's on right there on the back glass? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one of those floors. We gotta get one of those floors, just like that. It's kind of like Connect Four, only we'll put it up at the auction. I'll have it. They light up with the music, or with when I'm selling games, they can light up then too. It's kind of cool. I think I could be starting a new trend. 4 to 4.5, because I like to keep everybody awake, and moving along. 4 to 4.5, 4.5 one time. 4.25, 4.25, 4.25 one time. He's asking, I'm telling. 4.25, 4.5 to go one time, 4.25, 4.5, 4.25, 4.5, 4.50, 4.50 go one time, 4.25 once, 4.5 one time. Anybody else $1? 4.50 here, 4.75 to go one time, 4.50 here, 4.75, 4.50 here, 4.75, 4.75 to go one time. It cut you once. 4.75 here. 500 to go one time. 4.75. Look at 5. 4.75. Look at 5. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4.75. Look at 500. 500. 500. One more time. Anybody else $1 through? 5.25. 5 to here. 5.25. 5.25 go one time. 5.25. 5 to here once. 5 to here twice. A third and final call. $1 through. 5.25. 5.25. One more time. 5.25. So it's way $500. 5015, 5015. And next up, lot number 21 is a 1978 Contact. Does this Contact turn on?
Yeah, there's a switch inside. I believe the display's not light up, but according to the
All right, so lot number 21 is a 1978 Contact, and it's on legs. Yeah, the description says no legs were included, but last minute, I guess we put some legs on it, and it does have GI. Do like the feature lights come on at all, or? And it's got boards in it.
It does. It's got all the boards.
So it's complete. It's complete with boards.
It's just missing the credit display.
So it's complete with boards. It's missing the credit display, but it has the scoring displays.
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Okay, so it's got all 4 scoring displays. It's missing the credit display, and as you can tell, the displays are not coming up, but it has all the Williams boards are inside, so it's populated. And it's got GI, but it does not have the feature lights flashing that I can see. So it's got a nice play field, nice cabinet. It's on legs. And it's another Williams Contact, so it's, yeah, I mean, it's got a nice door. It's got the original that Williams, that wood lockdown bar on it. So it is going to need service, but we did get it to power up and everything. It's got keys in the door and everything. Yeah, and the cabinet looks nice too. All right, we're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 a bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 in a bid, 3 to go one time, 2 to 300, 3 to go 4. 3 to go 4, 4 in a bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to 400. 3 to go 4, 4 in a bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 4. 4 to a bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to 400. 3 to 4, 4 to go 5. 4 here, 500. 5 in a bid, 5 to go one time. On a Williams Contact, has the boards in it, has GI. It's on legs. It's got all the scoring displays, but it's missing the coin-up display. But other than that, it's just going to take some tech service work. Buy it like I see it. 4 to 4.5. How about 4.50 to go one time? 4 to 4.5. 4 here to go 4.50. 4.50 to go one time. 4 to 4.5. 4.50 here. 500 to go one time. 4.5 here to go 5. 4.5 here to go 5. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 4.5 here. 500. 4.5 here to go 5. 5 to bid. 5 to go one time. 5 to 5.5. 5 here to go 5.5. 5.50. 5 to go one time. 5 to 5.5. 5.5. 5.50 to go one time. It'll be also done all through. 5 to once. 5.50 here. 600 to go one time. 5.5 here. 600. So you got it to. You got it to make noise. Oh, is it? Oh, you are playing. Look, it's a playing game. So the displays are off, which they may be disconnected. I don't know. But the game is playing, and I see the moving target is moving. Everything's there, and it has the displays. They're just not coming up. We're at 5.5 here, 600. 600 bid, 600 go one time. It's kicking out and everything. It's 600, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, look at 6.5. 650 go one time, 600, 6.5, 6.5, 650. One more time, 600, 650. 700 go one time, 6.5 here, 700. 6.5 here, look at 7. 700 go one time, 6.5 here, 700. 6.5 here, look at 7. 700 go one time, 6.5 here, 700. 700, 700, one more time, 700, 7.5, 7 here, look at 7.5, 750, 750 go one time, 700, 7.5, 750 go one time, 7, 7.5, 750, 750, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here, look at 8, 7.5 here, look at 8 bucks on time, 7.5 here, look at 800, 7.5 here, look at 8 bucks on time, 800, 8.5, 8 here, look at 8.5, 850, 850 go one time, 800, 8.5, 8 here, look at 8.5, 850, 850 go one time, 800, 8.5, 850, 850, 850 go one time, and it bills $1 through. 800 here going once. $800, 850 here, 900 to go one time, 800, 900, 850 here, 900 bucks on one time, 850 here going once, 850 here going twice for a working Williams wide body contact right here. It's working. The displays are out. It could be unplugged, could be a connection that connects the head up to the top, but the game is playing right there. 8.5 here, look at 900, 900, 9.5, 9 here, look at 950, 950 go one time. Because, I mean, with it playing and everything, and you get audio, that means all your primary functions are there with the exception of the scoring displays. So, and you can hear it's scoring, but you're not seeing it on the displays. 900, 9.5, 950 go one time, 900 once, $900 here going twice. A third and final call, 950 here at 1,000, 1,000 bid, 1,000 go one time, 950 here at 1,000, 950 here at 1,000, 1,000 bid, 1,000 go one time, 950 here once, 950 here going twice. A third and final call down through 9.5 here to get 1,000. 1,000 bid. One more time. One more time. Third and final call. He said if you squint, the swing target looks like the Galactic Tank Force. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, kinda. I got it, Pete. Thank you. 950 here to 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050 go one time, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050 go one time, 1,000 here going once, 1,000 here going twice, a third and final call down through, 1,000 here, 1050, 1050, 1050, one more time, 1050 on a Williams wide body contact. I love the scissor flippers on this one too. You can get burned so hard because they're so wide already. And I do like the moving target. 1050, 1050, 1050, one more time. I know it is too, huh? Playfield's nice, smooth. I mean, it looks that way. It plays fast. So what's your way? $1,000. 5067. 5067. Wonderful. I'm glad you were happy with that, Cece. Seriously, no, that's great. It is a nice game. All right, here we go. Line number 22. $19.79. Stellar Wars. This is Steve Ritchie, yeah? I don't know. It's definitely got to be Steve Ritchie. I think. All right, we got a Stellar Wars. They're all Steve Ritchie. This one has no scoring displays, right?
This has none.
And this is lot number 22. So it has no boards on. This is an untested populated playfield cabinet with the back glass and the back box right here. We're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3. 3 bids. Then you go one time. 2 to 3. 2 to 3 for a Stellar Wars. It's got all the pop bumper caps. The playfield looks pretty decent, top to bottom. Yeah, not a lot of wear on that. It is missing. Looks like the left flipper assembly, maybe in the cabinet. But you're gonna have to deal with that when you put it all together here. We're at 2 to 300. 300 bucks in one time, 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 300 bids, then you go one time, 2, 2.5. 2 here, look at 250. 250 go one time, 2 and 2.5 for the Stellar Wars cab right here. 2 here, 2.5. 2 here, look at 2.5, 2.5, 250. 250 go one time, and about $1 through. $200 going once. $200 here going twice. On a Stellar Wars, at 250 here, 300. 2.5 here, look at 3, 300 bids, then you go one time, 2.5 here, 300. 2.5 here, look at 3, 300 bids, then you go one time, 2.5 here, 3. There's a couple of Stellar Wars in here too. And you'd probably be able to make some really nice games. 2.5 here, look at 300. 2.5 here, look at 3, 300 bids, then you go one time, 2.5 here, 300, 300, 300, one more time, 250 once, twice, a third and final call, done all through, 250 here, 300. One more time. So it's way $250. 5015, 5015. All right, next up, line number 23. Here we go, 1978. This is the Pokerino. This is the lower body only for a Williams Pokerino. And this is a nice looking playfield. Playfield's good. It's populated playfield all the way up. No lockdown bar. You're buying, it's the whole cabinet with a glass. There's no head to go with it. You're buying the body. On a Pokerino right here, we're at 100. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 in a bid. 2 to go one time. 1, look at 200. A 1, look at 2. $200 to go one time. 1 here, look at 200. Probably get it with the other Pokerino right here. You have another nice play field. Or maybe you get 2 cabs going here. 100 here, look at 200. Oh, 1, look at 2. 2 in a bid. 2 to go one time. 1, look at 2. 1, look at 2. 2 in a bid. 2 to go one time. 1, look at 200. 2 on the bid. 2 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be 200 on the bid. 200 to go one time. How about 100 and a half? 100 and a half to go one time. 100 here, 150. Oh, 150 to go one time. 100 here, 100 and a half. 150. 150 to go one time. You could do what you like with it. 100 here, 100 and a half. Oh, 150 here, 200. 200 bid, 200 go one time. 150 here, look at 2. 150 here, look at 2. 200 bid, 200 go one time. 150 here, look at 200. It's got all 4 flippers on it, which means it has all the cranks and the assemblies underneath. It's got a fully populated play field. I mean, if anything, you can use it for a multitude of parts. It's got a beautiful coin door on it. It's got a plunger, the apron, everything. All those parts can be used in other areas as well as the playfield. The playfields, I see playfields stripped down. You can use all the parts, and even the playfields, you can wax them, sell them for $200-$300. I've seen them. And I know you can make coffee tables out of them. 150 here, 200, 200 to go one time. What do you say what I do? It's going to be 175. 175 to go one time. 175 here, 200. 200 bid, 200 to go one time. 175, look at 2. 175, look at 2. 200 bid, 200 to go one time. 175, look at 200. 200 bid, 200 to go one time. 175, look at 2. 200 bid, 200 to go one time. Anybody else a dollar through? 175 going once. 175 here going twice. 200 here, 2 and a quarter. 200 here, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, go one time. 200, 2 and a quarter. 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 225, 225, 225, one time. 200 once, twice, a third and final call, down all through. 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, one more time. So it's away, $200. 5015, 5015. That's right, ladies. Put down here, lot number 24, 24. This has 2 of the 4 PCBs. No legs. You get the head, the body. How does that? How does the glass look and the playfield look?
I think it's just missing one.
Is it?
Yeah. It says missing pop. Oh, but it has no displays.
So it doesn't have any scoring displays. The time warp right here. It has a picture online of the inside of that. So you got the back box, you have the cabinet with a nice looking playfield on it, and the banana flippers. Comes equipped with the banana flippers, both sides right there, and a nice condition cabinet. We're at $100 bid. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 in a bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200. 1 look at 2. 2 in a bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200. 2 in a bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 2. 1 look at 2. 2 in a bid, 2 to go one time. 1 here, 200. 2 in a bid, 2 look at 3. 2 here, 3. 3 in a bid, 3 to go one time, and a time warp right here. Banana flippers and all. 2 look at 300. 2 look at 3. 3 in a bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 3. 2 look at 3. 3 in a bid, 3 to go one time. 2 to 300. 300. 300 on bid, 3 to go one time. 300 here, look at 4. 3 to 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 to 400. 3 to 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 to 400. 3 to 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? What's it going to be? 3 look 400. 3 look 4. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3. 3 and a half. 350 go. 350. 400 to go one time. 4 and a half. 4 here to go 4 and a half. 450. 4 to go one time. 4 to 4 and a half. 4 and a half. 450 to go one time, and anybody else a dollar through. 450 here, 500 to go one time, 4 and a half here to go 5. 4 and a half here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 and a half here, 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go, 5 to round, one more time, 4 to 50 once, 500, 5 and a half. 5 here to go 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 550. 5 to go one time, 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. 5 here to go one time, 550 here, 600 to go one time, 5 and a half here, 600. 5 and a half here, look at 6, 6 and a go one time, 5 and a half here, 600, 6 and a half. 600 here, look at 6 and a half, 650. 650 go one time, 6 and a half. 650, 650, 650, one more time, 600 once, twice, a third and final call, down all through, 6 there, 6 and a half. 650 to go one time. Anybody else down all through? Once, twice, a third and final call, 600, 6 and a half. Can you deal with that? Sold your way $600.
Let's do the time.
5051. 5051. I thought you were doing the can you deal with that? Can you deal with that? Yes, James, it is. All right, next up, lot number 25. 25 is missing the PCBs. This is a Williams Disco Fever. This one has the displays in it, right?
Yes, it's missing the score displays, but
Has the 4 scoring displays, and it's missing the credit display. And it's missing a couple of the boards on the inside, so you're getting the back glass, you're getting the cabinet, you're getting a nice play field. And this one, by the way, does have banana flippers, correct? Banana flippers on the Disco Fever. What do you say? Well, I'm doing this one here. We're at 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2, 2 bid, 2 one time on a Disco Fever here. 1 here, look at 200. A 1, look at 2, 2 look at 3, 2 look at 3, 3 to bid, 10 one time, 2 to 300. A 2 look at 3, 3 to bid, 10 one time. Nice cabinet too. Cabinet's nice, door is nice, playfield's good, it's populated. It's got a nice back glass on it. Needs a couple of boards. Scoring display, you're good to go. With some legs, here we go, 2 to 300. 3 looking 4, 3 looking 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 400. 3 looking 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 looking 4, 4 looking 5. 4 here, 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to 500. 4 to 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time. What do you say? Well, I'll do it's going to be 4 to 5. 4 to 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 to 500. 500, 500, one more time. What do you say? What I'm doing? It's going to be 4 to 5. 4 to here, 4 and a half. 450 go one time, 4 to 4 and a half. 450 here. 450 go one time, 4 to 4 and a half. 4 and a half here to go 500. 5 to bid, 5 to go, 5 and around. What do you say? What I'll do? It's going to be 4 and a half here to go 5. 4 and a half here once, twice, a third and final call. All through 4 and a half here to go 500. 500, 500, one more time. 5 and here, 5 and a half. 5 and here, 5 and a half. 5 and a half to go one time, 5 and a half. 5 here, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 550. 5 to go one time. Anybody else done all through? 5 at once, twice, a third and final call, all through. 5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. 550, one more time. 550 here, 600 to go one time, 5 and over here, 600. 5 and over here, look at 6, 600 to go one time, 5 and over here, 600. 6 in the bid, 6 to go one time, 5 and over here, 600. 600 in the bid, 6 to go one time. One more time. 5 and a half once, twice, a third and final call, done all through. 5 and over here, 600. 600 here, 6 and a half. 6 and a half to go one time, so go 6 and a half. 600 here, look at 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 650. 650 go one time, so go once, twice, a third and final call, done all through. 6 and a half. 650, one more time. So it's way $600. 5015, 5015. And next up, lot number 25A. 25A is a contact. This is a Williams contact wide body, 1978. It has a Stellar Wars back glass. But it's a contact body, contact playfield, and a contact back box, the head. It just has a Stellar Wars glass.
And it's the nicest Stellar Wars glass.
25A. And it's complete with the PCBs as well. So it's got PCBs. It's got a very nice Stellar Wars glass. The glass on it is really nice. Yeah. For Stellar Wars, they're usually pretty hashed. And this one's actually really nice. So this one's complete. It's got boards and everything in it. So, you got kind of the best of two worlds right there. So all the boards are there. Here we go. We're at 2 here, 300. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, 10 to go one time, 2 to 300. 3 to go 4, 3 to go 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 400. And it does not have, does it have a playfield glass?
It has no glass and no lock bar.
No playfield glass and no lock bar on it. But it's got all the boards. 3 to go 400, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to go 4, 3 to go 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3 to 400. 4 to bid. Yeah, the playfield is nice on it too. 3 to go 4, 3 to go 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3, 3 and a half. 350 to go, 400. Thank you. 4 to go 500, 4 and a half, 4 and a half to go one time, 4 to 4 and a half, 4 here to go 4 and a half, 450 here, 500 to go one time, 4 and a half here to go 5, 4 and a half here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 and a half here, 500, 4 and a half here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 and a half here to go 500, 4 and a half here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4 and a half here, 500, 500, 500, one more time. Anybody else done all through? 450 here going once, 450 here going twice. All third and final call down through. 4.5 here, 500, 500, 500 here, 5.5. 5 here, look at 5.5, 5.5 to go one time. 5 to 5.5. 5 here, look at 5.5, 5.5, 50. 5 to go one time, 5 to once, twice. A third and final call down through. 5, 5.5, 600. A 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, 600. A 5.5 once, twice. A third and final call down through. 5.5 here, 600. 600, 600 one more time, 600, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, go one time, 600, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, 600 once, twice. A third and final call all through, 600, 6.5. 650 here, 700 to go one time, 6.5 here, 700. A 6.5 here, look at 7. 7 to go one time, 6.5 here, 700. A 6.5 going once, twice. A third and final call, 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5. 7.5 to go one time, 6.5, 700. 7 and 7.5 once, twice. 750 here, 800 to go one time, 7.5 here, look at 800. A 7.5 here, look at 80 bucks on one time, 7.5 here, look at 8. A 7.5 here, look at 8. 80 bucks on one time, 7.5 once, twice. A third and final call, all through, 7.5 here, 800. 800, 800, 800 one more time. 750 here, look at 8. $800 one more time, populated with boards, playfield. 800, 800, 800 one more time. Sell it your way, $750. 5105, 5105. All right, next up, lot number 26. 26 is a Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man. This is the upper and lower cabinet. This is the pyramid cabinet. So fun fact here, yes, the Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, and it does have a couple of boards in it. I believe it's missing the main MPU. It has the whole wiring harness is in the body of the pin itself. And it is missing the back glass. It's missing the that lower panel display is also missing. So this is a project, but the lower cabinet and the artwork is really good on the top and the bottom. It does have the displays in the playfield. So this is the pyramid cabinet, which they actually, once they stopped making the Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, they actually use it for like Centaur 2 and 8-Ball Deluxe. So kind of cool. The cabinet's in really nice shape. It's got a Bally coin door. It's got the lockdown bar. No playfield glass, right?
No, it has glass.
Oh, it has a playfield glass? So it has a playfield glass on it. And like I said, the whole wiring harness is inside the lower populated playfield. And it has a couple of the boards. I think it's in probably a power supply and or an audio board that's in there. It is missing a main MPU, and it's missing the displays. I'm sure the display board and that lower panel for the displays that goes below the door that CC has swung open right now. But you're getting a Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man project right here. So by like I see it, we're at 300 to go. 3 look at 400. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 look at 400. Now 3 look at 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. On a Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man, don't see these all the time. 1982 Bally. 3 look at 400. 3 look at 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 look at 4. 3 look at 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3 look at 400. I guess if you had boards and you had some displays, I mean, that lower playfield, it looks nice enough. You can put that together. I'm sure you're going to get something going. 3.5 here, look at 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 3.5 here, look at 4. 3.5 here, look at 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. 350, look at 400. 400 here, 4.5. 400 here, look at 4.5, 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 4 here, look at 4.5, 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5, 4.5. 450 go one time, 4 to once. 4 here going twice. A third and final call, 450 here, 500 to go one time, 500, 5.5, 5 here, 5.5, 5.5 to go one time, 5, 5.5, 5 here to go 5.5, 5.5, 550, 5 to go one time, 5 to once, twice, a third and final call, then all through, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, one time, one more time, anybody else a dial through, 5 here, 600 to go one time, 5.5 here, 600, 5.5 here, look at 6, 6 to go one time, 5.5 once, twice, a third and final call, then all through, 5.5 here, 600, 600, 600, one more time. 5.5 here, 600. Anybody else a dial through? What do you got?
I said it's got a nice door.
It does have a nice Bally coin door on it. I mean, it's clean. That whole cabinet is really nice too. I mean, even the paint on it, it's all original. You know, it may have been used for something else. I don't know. It's nice. 5.5 twice. Third and final call dial through. 5.5 here, 600, 600, 600. One more time. Sell it your way, $550. 5015. 5015. All right, next up, lot number 27 is a 1976. We got a bunch of Atari games right here. So this is the Atarians, 1976. You got to be careful with those heads because they be front heavy.
Yeah, it's a little
Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's a little whoop, whoop, whoop. Careful there. And some of the coolest artwork. One thing about the Atari pinballs, they have really cool art. So this is an Atarians. There were never any boards in the back glass. They just had like lights in the back. I don't believe this one has the boards in. Okay, no board in it. So it takes that Atari board, and I do know that there's people that have them available. So if you wanted to fix up some Ataris right here, this Atari playfield is really nice. So take it as it goes. People that are interested in the Ataris, you know what you're dealing with here. So this one doesn't have the apron or that display on there. You're getting the cabinet, populated playfield, a really nice back glass, and the cabinet's in nice shape too. We're at 200 to go. 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 300 bid, then go one time, 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 300 bid, then go one time, 2 to 300. 2 look at 3, 300 bid, 3 to go one time. Can you show the playfield? 2 look at 300. 3 to bid, 3 to go one time, 2, 2.5. 2 here, look at 2.5, 250. 250 to go one time, 2, 2.5. 250 here, 300 to go one time, 2.5 here, look at 3, 3 bid, then to go one time, 2.5 here, 300. I like the original Atari bumper caps too. Pop bumper caps.
those caps are nice.
I know, they're super nice too. Everything on it is really nice. So if you're doing a bunch of Ataris, you can use those parts together and make something nice as well. 2.5 here, 300. 300 bid, then to go one time, 2.5 here, 300. 300 bid, then to go one time. 300, 3.5. 3 here, 3.5, 350. 350 go one time, 3, 3.5. 3 here, look at 3.5, 350. 350 go one time, anybody else dial through, 300 once, twice, a third and final call, dial through, 350 here, 400 go one time, 3.5 here, look at 4, 4, 4.5. 4 here, look at 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 450, 500, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here, look at 5. 4.5 here, look at 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here, 500. 5 at here, 5.5, 5.5 to go one time. 5, 5.5, 5.5, one time. Anybody else dial through? 5 at once, twice, a third and final call, dial through. 5, 5.5, 550. 550 to go one time. 550 here, 600 to go one time. 5.5 here, 600. Coolest artwork is on the side of the cabinet too.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, that.
the side of this cabinet is so awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. And the color's still good on that too. It looks great. 5 here, 600. 600 bid, 600 to go one time. Anybody else dial through? 600 here, 6.5 to go one time, so go to 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 to go one time, so go to 6.5, 6.5. 650 to go one time. Anybody else dial through? 600 once, twice, a third and final call, 600, 6.5. One more time, 650. So what you weigh, $600. 5105. 5105. Fun fact. The reason the Ataris they put the boards they cover the routers and remove. The artwork does rock. Oh, cool. Speaking of rock, Airborne Avenger. This is Steve Ritchie when he was at Atari. This was Steve Ritchie's first design. Yeah, this was the first one. Airborne Avenger, and lo and behold, because he's Steve Ritchie. I mean, I always say Steve Ritchie, so obviously he must be my favorite, right? Because he's a renegade, a rogue, great designer, right? So I was going to tell a story, I forget. Steve Ritchie.
You battled him on...
Well, yeah, I battled him on Black Knight. Yeah, he whipped me good, too. Sword of Rage, yeah. I called him out in front of a whole bunch of people. I'm all, Steve Ritchie, he's all, what? Because he's like, he doesn't care. He's like, what do you want? I said, I'm calling you out, man, in front of all these people, too. And I thought, why did I put all that pressure on myself? I'm calling you out. I'm challenging you to the game that you created. See, that's a losing proposition right there. I'm waiting for the link to come back on the picture. It's back. It seems like it does that sometimes when you move it. Yeah, I don't know. It's all good. All right, on the Steve Ritchie design, this is his first design with Atari right here. It's awesome. On the Airborne Avengers 1977. Oh, I know. They say out of the Ataris, this is the best playing Atari game out of all of them, was the Airborne Avenger. And it does have a cool layout, too, and it's got those multiple in lanes down at the bottom and everything. Sudden death. So this is a project game right here. We're at 100 bid. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 bid, 2 to go one time on the Airborne Avenger Atari game right here. Lot number 28. And this does not have the board in it as well. We're at 100 bid. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200. What's that? It does have that display. It's got the scoring display, which usually goes underneath the apron right there. So it doesn't have the main board, but it does have that display board in there. Out 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 to the bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200. 1 look at 2. 2 to the bid, 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200. On the Airborne Avengers right here. 100 here, 100 and a half. 100 here, 150. 150 go one time. 100 here, 100 and a half. 100 here, 150. 150 go one time. Anybody else let it all through? 150 here, 200. 200 bid, 200 go one time. 150 here, look at 2. 150 here, look at 2. 2 to the bid, 2 to go one time. 150 here, look at 200. This one also has a nice cabinet. A nice door on it. Everything that's there is in pretty decent condition too. Yeah, it's got the owl eye door, like the famous Atari for asteroids. Everybody knows on the owl eyes. A 150 here, look at 200. A 150 here, look at 2. 2 bid, 2 one time. 150 here, look at 200. 200. 200. One more time. Anybody else all through? 150 here going once. 150 here going twice. On the Airborne Avengers, Steve Ritchie. His initial drive at Atari. A third and final call down through 150 here, 200, 200. What's that? I know the back glass is perfect, and that's the one cool thing about these too is you didn't take them out all the time because it just had light bulbs in there, and the back glasses are actually in really super condition. 150 here, look at 200, 200, 200. One more time. 200 here, look at 2.5. 200 here, look at 2.5. 250. 250 go one time, 200 once, twice. 250 here, 300 to go one time, 2.5 going once. 250 here going twice. A third and final call down through, 2.5 here, 300, 300, 300. One more time. He's thinking about it. 250 here, 300, 300. Everybody else down through. Do it, do it, do it. So it's away, $250. 5135. 5135. All right, next up, lot number 29. We have a 1978 Atari Middle Earth. This is the Middle Earth machine right here. Lot number 29. So I know one of these has the...
This one has a board in it. Let me open and see.
That's the one we're selling right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That I want to make sure if we did. Because the notes tell me that it says no board. Can't get it open? Here, I'm a tall guy. I'll look
Oh,
down
yeah.
here.
It's got a board in here floating around. It's got the board on the side. It's got the big board. It's got the board on the side.
Oh, it does. Show what an Atari board looks like. There you go.
Yep. And then there's also the board mounted on the side of the wall. There's a power supply.
Okay, the power supply board.
Yep.
All right, so lot number 29. This is the Middle Earth, and in the notes it did say no main PCB, but this one does have a PCB with it. So the Middle Earth with a main PCB, and it's got the power supply board inside. It's got a nice play field on it. It's got the back glass, the whole bit. Scroll all the way up if you can. I want to see, and it has an apron. So it's got the apron. It doesn't have the display in the side box there. So you're getting the one with the board and a nice play field. So here we go. We're at 100. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 to bid. 2 to go one time. 1 look at 200 with the Atari main board in it. 100 here, look at 200. A 2 to bid. 2 to go one time. 1 look at 2. 1 look at 2. 2 to bid. 2 to go one time. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be 100 here, 100 and a half. 150 to go one time. 100 here, 150. 150 to go one time. with the Atari main board, the whole thing. Middle Earth, 150 here, 200, 200 bid, 200 one time, 150 here, look at 2, 2, 2.5, 2 here, look at 2.5, 250, 250 one time, 200, 2.5, 250 one time, 200, 2.5, 200 here, look at 2.5, 2.5, 250, 250 one time, anybody else dial through, 200 once, twice, a third and final call, dial through, 2, 2.5, 250, 250, 250, one more time. So it's away, $200. 5105, 5105. We'll make sure that board goes back in. All right, next up, lot number 30. Lot number 30 is another Middle Earth right here, 1978. And it does not have a playfield glass. Got a lockdown bar. It's got the door, the glass, nice looking playfield. We're at $100 to go. 100 here, look at 2. 1 here, look at 2. 2 to bid, 2 to go one time. 1 here, 2. 1 look at 2. 2 to bid, 2 to go one time. 1 here, 1.5. Oh, 150 to go one time. 100 here, 100 and a half. 100 here, 150. Oh, 150 to go one time. 100 here, 100 and a half. 100 have to go one time. What do you say? What do I do? It's going to be 100 here, 100 and a half. 150. 150 here, 200 to go one time. 150 here, look at 2. Oh, 150 here, look at 2. 2 to bid, 2 to go one time. 150 here, 200. 200 bid, 200 go one time. Nice cabinet too. I think the cabinet looks good. 150 here, 200, and it's got a good back glass on it. 150 here, look at 200. 200 bid, 200 go one time. There's no board inside this one. 150 here, look at 2. 200 bid, 200 go one time. Anybody else to dial through?
It has a display guide.
Oh, it does have the display
Yeah, it has that whole display panel.
in the apron.
Yeah. In the
Okay, so the apron does have the small square of the scoring display on it. There's some value there at 2, 2.5. 2 here, look at 2.5, 250. 250 one time, 200, 2.5. 250. What's that?
It's got the owl eye.
And the owl eye doors. Yep. 200, 2.5. Anybody else to dial through? Yeah, because they had a couple of different doors. You had the owl eyes, and then you had the ones that had that is kind of like protruding quarter slots that go in with a button in the middle. Yeah. The owl eye doors are cool though. A 200, 2.5. Anybody else to dial through? 200 once, twice, a third and final call, dial through to 2.5, 250, 250, 250, one more time. So it's away, $200. 5067, 5067. All right, next up, lot number 31. We have a Cleopatra. This is a 1977 Gottlieb. Lower back box only, so this was the electromechanical Cleopatra. As I believe in 77 was a crossover year, so they made electromechanical and they made a solid state, but this was the electromechanical. So here you go on the Cleopatra right here. We're at 200 to go. 203, 203, 300 bid, then go one time, 2 to 300. 203, 300 bid, then go one time, 2 to 3. 300 bid, then go one time, 2 to 3. 203, 300 bid, then go one time, 2, 2.5. 250 to go one time, 2, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. 250, 250 to go one time. Anybody else dial through? 200 once. $200 here going twice. A third and final call dial through to 2.5, 2.5, 250. 250 here, 300 to go one time, 250 here, look at 3. 250 here, look at 3, 3 bids, then to go one time, 250 once. 250 here going twice. A third and final call dial through, 2.5, 300, 300, 300, one more time. It's got nice art on the sides too. I mean, the cabinet's good. Yeah. Whether you had a head for it or not, or you wanted to use that body for something else. A 2.5 here, 275. A 275 to go one time, 250 once. A 250 here going twice. A third and final call dial through. 2.5 here. 275. 275. One more time. So it's away $250. 5067. 5067. All right, lot number 32 is another Middle Earth lower playfield, 1978 right here. Here we go. Lot number 32. Here we go. We got $100 opening bid. $100 go one time. 100 here. Look at 2. 1 here. Look at 2. 2 bid. 200 go one time. 1 look at 200. 1 look at 2. 200 bid. 200 go one time. Sides look pretty good on it. It doesn't have a lockdown bar, but it's got a door on it. Here you go. 100 here. Look at 2. 2 to bid. 2 to go. 150. 150 go one time. 100 here. 100 and a half. 100 and a half to go one time. 100 here. 150. 150 go one time. Anybody else to dial through? 100 here, 100 and a half. Yeah, the playfield's really nice on this one too. It looks good. 100 here, 100 and a half. 100 and a half, one time. probably get it, put it together with another one that you had, make a really nice cabinet. 100 here, 150, 150, 150. $100 here going once. $100 here going twice. A third and final call, down through. 100 here, 100 and a half. 150 here, 200. A 150 here, look at 2, 200 bid, 10 to go one time. 150 here, look at 2. A 150 here, look at 2, 200 bid, 10 to go one time. 150 here, look at 200, 200, 200. One time. Everybody else down through. Oh, 175. 175 to go one time. 150 here, 175, 175. One more time, 150 once, twice. Third and final call, down through. 150, 175. So what you weigh, $150. 5135, 5135. All right, next up, 1976, Space Mission. Space Mission, another one that was either way. This is electromechanical. This is the lower box only on the Space Mission, 1976. Here we go. Lance is doing a shuffle. Oh, that's funny. All right, here we go. Well, this is the Bally's, the whole lower box. I mean, it's complete. It's got the Bally lockdown bar, the Bally door. Oh, I'm sorry, Williams. This is a Williams. Not Bally. Yeah, I saw the door. I was like, wait, that's a Williams door, isn't it?
The door is super nice.
Yeah, it's got a really nice Williams, that steel door, that stainless steel door, which is super, super clean. And it's a nice lower back box. And the playfield is actually really good. Yeah, the playfield's super nice on it. So it probably, it's been sitting on its back end for quite a while. So, no play there. 1976, we're at 200 to go. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, then to go one time, 2 to 300. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, then to go one time, 2 to 3. 2 to 3, 3 to bid, then to go one time. And it's parts is parts. No, I believe that Space Mission was, I want to say it's the 2-player. I think. I know there's 2. There's a 2-player and a 4-player. And someone's going to say something in the chat about that. 2 or 4-player. Space Mission. That's your mission out there in the chat box world. Space Mission 1976 Williams is a 2-player or a 4-player? Inquiring minds would like to know. Yeah, you got plenty of time while you're waiting for that next great deal that's coming along. On a Space Mission. Playfield, lower cabinet. We're at 200 to go. 2 here, 2.5. 200 here, look at 2.5, 250. 250 go one time, 2 and 2.5. 200 here, look at 250. 250 here, 300. 2.5 here, look at 3. 3 bid, then go one time, 2.5 here, look at 3. 2.5 here, look at 300. 300 bid, 3 go one time, 2.5 here, 300. 300 bid, 3 go one time, 2.5 here, look at 3. 250 here, look at 300. 300. I'm not sure if he's, let's see. Oh, what Pinball H said the main board will be on the bottom of the cab. It's large. Oh, okay, that was the Atari. Yeah. All right, we're at 2.5 here to 300. 2.5 here to 3, 3 a bit, then go one time, and everybody else will dial through. Did anybody come up with that?
Space Mission is 4-player.
4-player electromechanical. Thank you. That's the 4-player game. And the playfield is nice on that too. Even the red is really bright. I can see it from here. 2.5 here to 300. 2.5 here to 3, 300 bid, then go one time, and everybody else will dial through. That's it. Space. I've sold the Space Odyssey too. I couldn't remember the name though. Yeah. Cool theme, cool pair. I think the last time we sold them side by side too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2.5 here, 300, 300. One more time. So it's way $250. 5067. 5067. All right, so next up, lot number 34. This is a 1980. This is a rare game, too. This is the Gottlieb Timeline. Yeah, Timeline. This is one of those System 80 games. It's a big, it's a standard size, but it's that big Gottlieb playfield, the series, the 80 series. And this is the lower populated playfield. It has the apron, glass, lockdown bar, and everything. It just does not have the back box, which means it doesn't have the boards. Timeline. A great playing game, though. I have a Timeline myself. It's actually a cool playing, great layout here. This is a rare Gottlieb piece right here. So I got a $100 opening bid, 100 here, look at two, one here, look at two, two to bid, 2 to go one time, one look at 200, a one look at two, two to bid, 2 to go one time, one look at two, a one look at two, two to bid, 2 to go one time, one look at 200, $200 bid, 2 to go one time, one look at two, one look at two, 2 to bid, 2 to go one time, one here, a one look at 200, a 2 to bid. How about 100 and a half? 100 and a half to go one time, 100 here, 150. Can you turn it to the side so I can see the play field too? Stuff. I just see this cabinet. It's kind of going. There we go. 150 here, 200. 200 bid, 2 to go one time. 150 here, look at 200. 150 here, look at 200 bid, 2 to go one time. I like the post-nuclear look on there too. It's got the nuclear fusion on the side of the cabinet and on the bottom of the play field right there. That's a great layout. 150 here, look at 200. 150 here, look at 2, 2 bid, 2 to go one time. 150 here, look at 2. 150 here, look at 2, 2 bid, 2 to go one time. 175. Oh, 150 here, look at 175. 175 to go one time. 150 here, 175. 150 here, look at 175. 175. 175 to go one time, and it goes all through. 175 here, look at 200. 200 bid, 2 to go one time. 175, look at 200. 175, look at 2, 2 bid, 2 to go one time. 175, look at 200. 200 bid, 2 to go one time. 175, 200, 2 and a quarter. A 200 here, 2 and a quarter. 225, 225 to go one time. 2 and a quarter. A 200, 2 and a quarter. 200 here, look at 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter. 225, 225. 225 to go one time. Anybody else that dial through? Thank you for the motion. Keep it moving. 200, 2 and a quarter. One more time. Anybody else that dial through? 200 once, twice. Third and final call. 200, 2 and a quarter. Sold your way, $200. 5067, 5067. I love Cheerios. Do you? Yeah, I do too. I know. Okay, see, you're all perked up now. Now you're thinking, now you're going. Here we go, here we go. All right, lot number 35. 1979 laser ball right here. Laser ball. Looks like it has the displays in the back there, right?
It has displays, yes.
It has the displays in it.
Credit display.
That's right. All right, so this is this top and bottom right here. So there's no boards in it.
It says it is missing boards.
Okay. All right, so you got the cabinet, top, bottom, looking good, laser ball. And you know what? I've had laser ball games come in here and they touch up the play field. This one's nice too. There's no touch up in there, right? Like
No.
the black is not repainted.
No, it's
Because yeah, laser ball always had like really like gnarly play fields on it.
yeah. So your black is actually a purple,
Yeah.
and it's original purple.
That's all original. It's purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice too. On the laser ball right here. And it's a good looking game when it's all powered up. It really is.
Coffee table.
Yeah, we have a coffee table with a laser ball in it, and the play field's not as nice as that one. That's a nice play field. All right, on the laser ball right here, 1979. We're at 300 to go. 300, 3.5. 300 here, look at 3.5, 350. 350 come one time, 3.5. You get the top and the bottom right there. Is a nice back glass, nice play field on it. On a Williams wide body. Laser ball.
So it looks like
That's a laser ball bottom, but that's a Scorpion box, isn't it?
that's what the boards are. It has 1 out of 4.
Okay, it's got 1 out of 4 boards in it, yes.
It's the top.
And it looks like it has a Scorpion. Is that a Scorpion cabinet or laser ball cabinet? It is. Okay. I got a ball with lasers coming out, with laser beams coming out. Nice. All right, laser ball, we're at 3.5 here, looking 400. 3.5 here, looking 400 bid, 400 go one time. 3.5 here, looking 400. 3.5 here, looking 400 bid, 400 go one time. There you go. It's a nice cabinet too. It's not bad. 3.5 here, looking 400. 3.5 here, looking 400 bid, 400 go one time. 3.5 here, looking 4. And they do, you know, these are like all mirrored back glasses too, which is actually really cool that they do the mirror back glass. It's in good condition. A 3.5 here looking for 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. Needs some work. 3.5 here looking for 4 to bid, 4 to go one time. And the bill said all through. 350 once, twice. A third and final call all through. 3.5 here, 400. 400 here, 4.5, 4 to 4.5. 4 here looking 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 4 here looking 4.5, 4.5, 450. 450 go one time. And the bill said all through. 4 to once, twice. A third and final call all through. 4, 4.5, 4.5. 450, 450, 450. One more time. So it's way $400. 5015, 5015.
That one won't start. It'll print it up. 5015.
5015. All right, next up, lot number 36. Here we have a 1979 Stellar Wars by my favorite game designer, Steve Ritchie. All right, so here we go. We've got populated play field. We've got all the boards in there. We have working displays all the way around. The game credits up, but it won't start. It'll coin up, but it won't start. Has a playfield glass, has a really nice coin door on it. As you can see by Wyatt's prowess of the camera, he's doing a great job. Wyatt does a great job with our camera work. Giving us a super nice playfield, so all the feature lights are on, everything's working, all the displays are showing up. It's got a nice back glass on it, but we're just not getting it to it's crediting up, but we're not getting it to launch a ball and play. So it's got a really nice back glass. It's a good looking game. Hut 3 here, 3.5. 350 go one time, 350. 350 go one time, and a Williams wide body right here. The Stellar Wars at 3.5 here looking 400. 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3.5 here looking 4. 3.5 here looking 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3.5 here 400. Yeah, and even the Williams door, it's got keys, everything. The cabinet's in nice shape, original paint, stencils. William door looks good. 350 here looking 400. 3.5 here looking 4, 4 to bid, 4 to go one time, 3.5 here looking 400. A 3.5 here looking 4, 4 to 4.5. 4 here looking 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 4 here looking 4.5, 4.5, 450. 450 go one time, 4 to 4.5. 450, 450, 450 here, 500 to go one time, 4.5 here to go 5. A 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, 4.5 here, 500. A 4.5 here to go 5, 5 to bid, 5 to go one time, and the rail sitting all through, 450 once, 5 here, 5.5. 5 here, looking 5.5, 5.5, 550. 5 to go one time, 5, 5.5, 5.5. 5 to go one time, 5.5 here, 600. A 600 bid, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, 600. A 5.5 here, looking 6, 600 go one time, 5.5 here, 600. 600 bid, 600 go one time. Anybody else let down all through? 550 here, going 600 here, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, 6.5. 600 here, look at 6.5, 650. 650 go one time, 6.5. 6.5. That playfield's beautiful too. 6.5 here, 700. A 700 I bid, 700 go one time, here, 700. It is really, really nice too. Can't overemphasize that enough. Looks good. Stellar Wars. 6.5 here, 700. A 700 bid, 7 to go one time, here, 700. A 6.5 here, look at 7, 7 to go one time, 6.5 here, 700. From the mind of Steve Ritchie. 6.5 here, 700, 700, 700. One more time. 650 here, once, 700, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 7.5. 7 here, look at 7.5, 7.5, 750. 750 go one time, 700 once. 700, 750 here, 800 to go one time, 800, 8.5. 8 here, look at 8.5. 850 to go one time, 800, look at 8.5. 8, look at 8.5, 8.5, 850. 850 to go one time, 800 once, twice. A third and final call all through. 8, look at 8.5. 850, 850, 850. One more time. 800 here, look at 8.5. All done all through. Once, twice. A third and final call. 800, 8.5. So it's way $800. 5124. 5124. All right, so next up we have lot number 37. This is a Gottlieb 1974 top card wedge head. And this is the back box wedge head only. We have a few of these. Thank you, Lance. If you tip it, we get a little light on it. Yeah. All right, and this is the Gottlieb top card, and it is populated in the back box. It's got the scoring reels, as you can see in it, and it's got a decent back glass. And this is an original 1974 top card. I had a $100 bid, 100 here, 100 and a half, 100 here, 150, 150 go one time, 100 here, look at 100 and a half, 100 here, 150, 150 go one time. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be 100 here, 100 and a half, 100 and a half, 150 go one time. Anybody else have done all through? 100 here, 100 and a quarter, 125 to go one time, 100 here, 125, 125, 125, one more time. Anybody else have done all through? So it's way $100. 5040, 5040. And next up, lot number 38, we have a 1977. This is the Allied Leisure Getaway Pinball. This is the Getaway Pin. It's a 4-player Allied Leisure game. We've had a couple of them here that have sold. It's a rare game too, super rare. It's a 4-player game. It looks like it has all the displays in it. This is just the back box, and I don't know, I think Allied Leisure put all their boards were right below the back box in the playfield. You know, I think I'm mistaken or not mistaken with that.
Yeah, I don't think there's boards in them.
I don't think there's boards in the back box. They're right underneath in the bottom. That's how they ran it. All right, on the getaway right here. Out of $50 opening bid. 50 here, 75. 50 here, 75. 75 to go one time. Total gangster theme. Super cool looking back box though. And it's got the Allied Leisure displays on it. So if you need the displays, however you want to play it, however you want to do it, there you go. 50 here, 75. 50 here, 75. 75 to go one time. 50 here, 75. 50 here, 75. 75. 75. 75. 75 one time. Anybody else all through? 50 here, 75. $75 one more time. I had 2 guys in there. 50, 60, $60 bid, 60 to go one time, 50 or 60, $60 to go one time. Break the tie. So it's way $50. 5040, 5040. All right, next up, lot number 39 is another getaway. Here we go. $50 opening bid. 50 or 75, 50 or 75, 75 to go one time, 50 or 75. 75 here to 100. $100 go one time, 75 here to go one. 75 here to go one, $100 go one time, 75 here to one. 75 here to go one, 100 bid. 1 to go one time. So it's way $75. 5105, 5105. All right, a few more lots. Yeah, you could use it as end tables, bookends. Oh, lot number CC. It's sad dad rock and a grandpa, huh? Come on now. What's in the box? All right, so lot number 40. Lot number 40 is a. You don't have to take it all out of the box because I put pictures of the whole thing, but you can. It's a whole box lot of Williams pinball plastics parts. You can take out as much as you want. You just got to put it back. Okay. So if you guys are into restoring a lot of these, or you have plastics and you want to redo something, come on, no playing around if you're going to take it out. Let's put it out, lay it out so we can get on. All right, we're at 50 or 75. 50 or 75, 75 to go one time, 50 or 75. For a whole box lot, this is all the Williams Pinbot plastics. That's 75 here to 100. $100 to go one time. It looks like there's probably 1 or 2 sets in there. Yeah, duplicates, whole sets. 75 here to 100. $100 to go one time, 75 here to go one. 75 here to go one, $100. 100 to go one time. So it's way $75. 5067, 5067. All right, I like these. This is the box lot. This is the Stern Dracula plastic set. And these came in this box like this. This is new old stock right here. Never been on the machine, but this is the Stern Dracula plastics set. Is that cool or what? That is cool. And I think they probably came from Stern or the distributor or whatever. But there's the whole plastic kit for a Stern Dracula for the playfield. That's the playfield plastics right there. I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys, and the artwork is cool. Yeah, the skull is super cool too. Dracula's cool. I mean, you know, he's got a comb over and everything, but he's hot. And there's a bat. All right, here we go. We're at $25 bid, 25 to go one time, 25 here, look at 50, $50 to go one time. For this whole NOS, this is a plastic set right here. At 25 here, look at 50, $50 to go one time, 25 here, 50, $50 bid, 50 to go one time, 25 here, 50, $50 bid. What do you say we're going to do? It's going to be 25 here, 35, a $35 bid, 35 to go one time, 25 here, 35. A 35 here, 45, $45 bid, 45 to go one time, 35 here, 45, 35 here, 45, 45 to go one time, 35 once, twice, third and final call, down all through, 35, 45, $45 one time. You put it away correctly before you fold it all up. 35 here, 45. So it's away, $35. 5067, 5067. Yeah, that's super cool. So hopefully it went to who got the Dracula. I would think so. Maybe. All right, next up, lot number 42. This is a box lot of Williams High Speed. This is a whole lot of, this is at least a whole playfield or two of Williams High Speed, 1985 High Speed. Box lot. It's got all the wire forms, all the plastics, everything. In multiples too, I believe. All right, here we go. All right, $50 bid, 50 or 75, 50 or 75, $75 go one time. If you're populating a Williams High Speed, you need all this gear right here. Swap it all out. Good plastics, good wire forms, pop bumper caps, the whole bit. Looks like they took good care of it. 50 or 75, 50 or 75, 75 to go one time, 50 or 75, 50 or 75, 75. 50 here, 60, $60 bid, 60 to go one time, 50 here, 60, 50 here, 60, $60, 70, 60 here, 70, $70 bid, 70 to go one time, 60 here, 70, 60 here, look at 70, $70 go one time, 60 here, 70, $70 bid, one more time. Anybody else let it all through? So much way, $60. 5047, 5047. All right, and last, well, we got lot number 43 is a box lot of Pinbot parts. This is more Pinbot, playfield plastics, placements. It looks like it's some of the metal plates. Yep, more Pinbot. I have 50 or 75, 50 or 75, 75 to go one time, 50 or 75. 50 or 75, $75 to go one time, 50 or 75, $75 bid, 75 to go one time, 50 or 75. 50 or 60, $60 bid, 60 to go one time, 50 or 60. 50 or 60, $60 to go one time, 50 or 60. $60 bid, one more time, 60 or 70, $70 bid, 70 to go one time, 70, 60 here, look at 70, $70, 70 to go one time. So it's way $60. 5067, 5067. And the last lot of the night, lot number 44, this is a miscellaneous plastics box. And it's got Williams, Gottlieb, Bally plastic playfield parts. Covers, sling plastics. I saw some Bally stuff in there, a couple Adams Family, sling covers. So it's just a miscellaneous. I saw a lot of Space Shuttle, Williams Space Shuttle stuff in there. We're at 25 to go, 25 here, 35, 25 here, 35, $35 bid, 35 to go one time, 25 here, 35, 25 here, 35, 35, 45, 45 to go one time, 35, 45, $45 bid, 45 to go one time, 35 here, 45, 45, 45 here, 55. $55 bid, 55 to go one time, 45 here, 55, 55, 55 one time. Anybody else let dial through? 45 once, twice, third and final call, 55, 65. $65 bid, 65 to go one time, 55 here, 65. 55 here, 65, 65, 65. 65 once, twice, third and final call, down all there, 55 here, 65. So it's way $55. 5067, 5067. And thank you very much. That will conclude our auction for this evening. It was a fantastic auction. We went through 43 lots. I want to thank all my buyers and people who tuned in with us. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yes, it was excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything in the chat. All you guys, all our buyers, all our lookers, all our sellers, our consigners. If you want to consign equipment with Captain's Auction Warehouse, certainly give us a call. Reach out. We'll be happy to talk to you about your coin-op consignments, your coin-op needs. If you are just tuning in for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, hit that subscribe button so you can be updated whenever we do stream live. On our website, make sure that you are signed up on our email list as well so you can be notified of our next auctions. We can tell you there's a couple of events coming up. I'll just go ahead and plug them. while we close down. Go on to our website. You can notice that our next major arcade auction is going to be on May 12th and 13th. That will consist of over 500 arcade games, pinball games, various other trade simulators, prize and ticket games. We are also having a console auction next Wednesday. You can join us next Wednesday, which will be 1 week from today, and I believe that is on the 12th. You can join us at 5:30 for the console gaming. As well as Captain's Auction is sponsoring a auction for a couple of machines for Stern Pinball and the University of Illinois. So check that auction out. It's a timed auction, so you can sign up, register for that, and read up on it. There was an announcement that was dropped today nationwide from Stern Pinball in regards to that auction. It's a couple of Godzilla premium pinball arcades that are signature edition from the NC2A team. The football team autographed these pieces. So check them all out. We got auctions happening all the time. Once again, thank you to all your buyers. We will be gathering and finishing up your invoices. You can start picking up. It looks like we're going to be closing today. Pickups can start tomorrow. Thursday, we open at 9 a.m. We will be sending out invoicing tonight, so you can look for those. Make sure you do stop by our showroom. Captain's Arcade showroom is open for business Monday through Friday from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can check us all out. We got launch parties, we got games to play, we got games to sell, the whole bit. So come by and see Captain and the staff and the crew at the arcade showroom anytime. On behalf of my staff and myself, Chris Campbell, we'll be going ahead and tuning out. So until next time, CC, Lance, Wyatt. There's Wyatt doing his send-off there. Farewell to everybody. If you have any questions, reach out to our office. Until next time, we'll see you then, okay? Thank you, signing off.
All right, I'm gonna wash my filthy mitts. And should I roll in this compressor?
All right. And if you're with us on YouTube and Facebook, thank you very much once again for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. We will talk to you soon. Chat with CC, chat with the crew, however you want to do. Until next time, talk to you later.